This is an Ash White podcast coming to you from the Milne Road Studios, Redwood Park in Adelaide, Australia. Yeah.
ASHMAN, how are you?
Hey, Friday.
Happy Friday.
Here we are.
Here we are, Friday's here. Weekend's about to start.
Thank God it's Friday.
Woo-hoo.
What was the song?
The Cure.
Not sure.
Yeah, not sure. Thank God it's Friday. The Cure. No.
What liqueur?
The Cure, the song.
The coffee liqueur.
Coffee liqueur.
Coffee liqueur. Right.
You know what we should have, Ash, is Glenn Fry and We're Going to Party Town.
All right. Yeah, we should.
Every Friday when I used to knock off.
I think the hardest thing is that you can't have any copyright. That's the thing. You can't use it. So
Poor struggling Eagles.
yeah. You would think, with all the
Copyrights.
music that's out there, and you got a perfect song for a perfect thing, and you can't fucking use
And
it.
you
'cause
can't
it's
use it.
copyright.
Yeah, of course.
And if you use it, they'll shut you down straight away. You won't
Yeah,
even
you
get
could
up.
change it, though.
I suppose you could, couldn't
Like
you?
Audi.
You could hum it
We're
yourself.
going to Smarty Town. Just use the Audi textbook. Copy everything and just use a stupid name.
You had a good week?
Good week.
Where you been this week?
Oh, I've really been in jail, but don't tell anyone. This week was
Tuesday, I reckon it was.
Tuesday. I had watched game 6, I reckon it was, of the basketball between the Mavs and Boston. Boston took that game. Very ordinary series. Quite disappointing, really. But had a couple of mates over anyhow. We had a bit of a cook-up of Australia's finest lambs and produce like that. No beers nowadays, just coffee and meat we have on our catch-ups, where it used to be just beer and beer. As we get a bit older, we get a little
I
bit
think
more.
the feminine touch is starting to
It's
come
starting
in.
to happen. Yeah, we don't do the dishes, though.
No.
No, we do. We do, of course we do.
Oh, that's good. What about you, Robbo? Where you been this week?
Oh, I've been a bit everywhere.
Welcome back, of course, for your second time.
Yeah. The big Dix is the main man. I'm just here for special comments. That's about it.
Comments with the super coach.
So, exactly.
He's got the best name, hasn't he?
What's that, Robbo?
Big Dix.
Oh, big. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Dixie has, yeah. Big Dix. Yeah.
Going
yeah.
through primary school, you would have been a king.
Oh, I was the biggest.
The biggest
Biggest
Dix.
dicks. Biggest dickers.
So where have you been, Robbo?
Time just plodding around at work, mate, and getting some irrigation stuff done, and that's about it, mate. Just same stuff, office.
We
work from
are
home.
we are the shortest day of the year, aren't we, today?
Winter solstice today.
Tomorrow's going to be a bit warmer.
Tomorrow's meant, yes.
Yes, we
Correct.
start. It only seems like yesterday it got cold real quick, though, didn't it? And the
I've
nights
managed
have been.
to stay in my shorts still, but
I've noticed that.
it has started to get cold. By 6 o'clock out here,
6 what?
by 6 o'clock
6
PM.
a suck cock. 6 a suck cock.
6 o'clock. Yeah.
So I've had the dressing gown on this month.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
been cold.
I must admit, our heater's pretty much getting cranked every night, like it has been over the last sort of
Gas
3-4 weeks.
or combustion or
Sun,
solar.
solar. So we not that it works too well at night, but it is reverse cycle, and we get it for the bargain price. How cheap electricity is nowadays, we might as well make the most of it.
Fuck yeah!
good.
If the trees stop falling here, Robbo, I'd probably look at it.
No more limbs. Yeah.
It is. Look, it is a good thing, isn't it? Like not having electricity bills and.
Well, we still got an electricity bill. Ours is only subsidised whilst the great man upstairs shines on us, and as soon as he goes to sleep, it's
Back online.
It's back online, mate. And of course, with the kids having 16 monitors, 3 TVs, we've got 8 fridges, 3. What used to be $2,500 now $1,000, which is nicer, but still.
Oh fuck yeah! It's just money going out, isn't it?
It's just cabbage everywhere nowadays, mate. We're always copping it.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
money going out left, right, and
They're
centre.
front and centre.
I think even when we started doing this thing must fucking have about 3 mouses in there running instead of one.
Oh, yeah. You'd be chewing up there.
But no, it's good fun. It's good to have you here at the Milne Road Studio.
Yeah, it's great to be here, Ash. I've always looked over the fence like what was that? What was that series where you used to look over the fence, poke his head over? You know the one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It'll come to me.
Anyhow, Anyhow, I've been obviously Robbo's numerous times and caught up with you a few times. I think about 17 or 18 years ago, we had a shower screen installed by this bloke.
I'm trying to.
And it worked for about a week and a half. And we never got around to getting him to... No, it's still working beautifully, Ash.
You know, I did a mirror for the in-laws, and it's the only one that's fallen off the wall. You know that, don't you?
Is that right?
So
is that true? True story?
Yeah, they'd bought a Chinese mirror from somewhere, right?
Yes.
So the Chinese put Teflon on everything to make it shiny.
Nothing sticks to
So
Teflon.
on the nothing, dust doesn't even stick to that, you know. So anyway, I get back here. I'm down the bar down the back, having a beer, and Mandy comes out. She says, "Your fucking mirror's fallen off the wall at Mum and Dad's house." I said, "Of course it has." You know, like if they'd bought a fucking Australian mirror, it wouldn't have fallen off the fucking wall. You know?
There we go.
Mine's still there.
It's Australian.
Mine's still up there that you put up. Mine hasn't fallen over yet.
How big are we talking? There's a lot of weight in mirrors.
Yeah, I don't know. That was what was that?
10
800 in diameter.
Or
It's
10.
circle. It's
The
a circle.
good rule: 10 mil is 25 kilo a square metre. So if you go back to say a 5 mil mirror, it'll be 12.5. So you can just then do your
Sums.
height times width, and you'll work it out.
Interesting.
So it's pretty easy. So if you work 10 mils 25, and just work it back.
What would you glue that with?
Just silicon and double-sided tape.
Is that it? Just ordinary silicone?
So the tape's there to hold it while the silicon
sets.
cures, and then the tape you could.
And in the meantime, you just got to have a good look at yourself.
That's right.
Okay.
If you want to look skinny, you put a little bow in the middle. If you want to look fat, you bow it outwards. You see.
Fantastic. Is
So
that how you work?
if she's good looking, you'll make
Oh,
it skinny.
I'm with
If you,
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. Now you're talking. Anyhow.
but it's it's a pretty.
It's a great little setup here.
Well, when it's full of people, it seems to buzz along.
But Four was in another two.
Yeah.
Yeah. even your golf clubs are only just sort of, yeah. Do you play much golf, Ash?
I've been trying lately with, as you see, Robbo's top there, the White Stingray Classic. That's ours.
That's brilliant. Love it.
So
He got that given to him, I heard.
he paid. He paid.
When he spoke to you a
Heaps
couple
for
of
it.
weeks ago. So if they come in a 5XL, mate, I'll grab mine on the way out.
Yeah, no, we got up to 9XL for the.
Oh, brilliant. That'll be about 6 weeks. Just ask my wife. She did say in there, as she dropped us off, because Robbo came out with his jumper. Yeah, made the smart-ass comment that they come in 7XL. I said, well, if Ash is wearing one, then surely it'll fit. No, I didn't say that, mate. I didn't
Said
say
you
that.
fat bastard.
No, I
Jesus.
didn't say it.
Glass industry's full of pigs. Of course it is. Prepare for landing.
Yes. That's the Virgin Flight 632.
You know, you can hear the different planes.
No.
The Jetstar, that rings its ass out, and you can hear it. It's a
that
totally different motor. So Qantas and Virgin they're a little bit more sedated,
You got to get a life, Ash.
but you'll hear it. You'll
No.
hear it tonight over the.
If you can tell me the difference,
Hope, yeah, if we're still going by 6 o'clock, we might get
could
another
you
one.
tell whether
I'm
it's
sure
got
we will be.
4 engines or 2?
We don't get any 4 engines here.
Don't we?
The only one you'd get would be the Rostonorf or the Rusky one that brings
Is that
in.
right?
But we don't get any jumbos or any.
No
big ones
A380s coming here anymore. Either.
We only
Oh,
get
none of it. Is that right?
A380s don't come
we
in
get
here.
the A350 and the 777s. That's all.
Because we always get a flight over. I reckon it's Wednesday, Thursday, maybe 3 or 4
Qatar,
times.
they're-
That'd be
that'll-
Qatar. That takes off about 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So that'd
Tense
be
up.
all A350s. So or 777
I
Singapore.
never knew that.
Yeah.
So if you fly at night time, out of the sun, which makes sense, you don't
Yeah.
get all the radiation.
Hey?
That's why they fly at night. On your big hauls. They
Is
try,
that
they
right?
try to keep you in the dark just so the radiation is less.
Ah.
So the only way to slow...
that true,
Yes,
or-
sir. So the only way to slow radiation is water. The water's heavy, 100 by 100 by hundreds of kilograms. So you can't line all the walls
That's
with
why
water.
the long hauls. That's why if you look at the map at night, there's just
That's
dots everywhere.
So you can't get to Mars because you'll bake before you even get there.
Yes, of course.
So what Musk is doing, I don't know what Musk is doing. We can talk about Musk. We can talk about presidents tonight.
Yeah, we got the whole lot, mate. We've started off with radiation. That's a good one, though.
So, yeah, that's a new one tonight, a radiation for you.
There we go. Yeah, beauty.
So
I'll
everybody
try and remember
gets
that.
radiation on the long
There you
haul.
go.
So if you're in the air for a long time,
Geez, how do these guys go that do it all the time, eh? You know, work-wise. I mean, it's horrible enough sitting in a plane for 14 hours without the radiation. That's what I think.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Let alone having that sort of stuff going. So, yeah, well, surely that's got to impair you.
it's got to add up
It's got to add up.
because I think it just adds up. That's
Yeah,
all
okay.
it does, and eventually gone.
Fucking hell.
So
Interesting.
you learn something every day.
What did WSV come off, Ash? That would have come off a 19, I reckon.
2002 Mitsubishi Canter.
Oh, did it? The W's were old.
Yeah, would have been 2002.
2002. Okay.
That was a good truck, that one.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a 4-litre. Wasn't a turbo diesel. That's all it lacked.
Van? A van?
No, truck. It
A
was
truck.
a light truck.
A light truck.
Sort of like the hydraulic trucks with the bits that lifted up on the side.
Oh, yeah.
But that was good. I could carry 25 doors with those.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'm with you.
I could go all day. And then you could sleep in it at night if you had to.
Yeah.
So you'd put a bit
Those
of
lonely nights.
lining. Yeah, working away.
Yeah, beautiful. Go down Jepp's Cross.
Yeah. You think how long I've been working away, mate.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been on the road since 91.
Yeah.
So like I've
What?
been.
SA, like just rural SA.
Yep.
But all over the state.
Well, we used to go to Broken Hill a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We used to go to Port Lincoln a lot.
Yeah, that's a hell of a trip.
But now you can fly there. Now there's a ferry that takes you from Wallaroo over to Port Neil or wherever it pulls up on the other side.
Or Benithan, I do believe, which is just up from where I am.
Okay. So there's different ways
Giant
of getting there now.
cuttlefish.
There's, people have the skills up there now. So, we've still got a few jobs that are over Streaky Bay way that need attention and
Yeah.
they haven't got attention yet that need attention. And
That's like a 2-3 day exercise, isn't it?
oh, it's a fucking big turnaround, big money
Absolutely.
turnaround.
You've got to take your rods and all sorts of things. with you there.
Absolutely.
Cross off a week.
Beer,
Boss will let you go. He's a good bloke.
a pepper steak at the hotel
Ooh, stop it.
in Boston Bay there, isn't it? Port Lincoln, Boston Bay.
Yeah, Boston Bay.
Yeah. Well,
Been there.
Yeah.
5 times bigger than Sydney Harbour, they reckon.
Is that right? No, that's
There
where
you
they
go.
were. That's where they were going to settle SA, but there wasn't enough fresh water.
Is that right?
I think so.
They
It was
should
either
have.
there or no.
They-
I'm pretty sure it was.
They should have done that.
I'd live over there if that was it'd be destroyed though. We would have destroyed it if we lived over. If Adelaide was over there, surely, or it'd be a sanctuary. We wouldn't be allowed to fish. That's what it'd be.
We'll bring that up with Brian next Friday. In
Yeah,
regards
the
to,
ridiculous fucking.
is the mum and dad going to
recreation.
get done for catching too many fish off the jetty? Or
Well, you probably wouldn't be allowed to catch fish there. They'd probably make it a reserve like they do down at Aldinga and down.
Selix?
Yeah, that whole area. You're not allowed to fish. How ridiculous.
You can drive on the beach with your car.
Yes, you can do burnouts, but
You
don't
can
bring
cook
a
in
rod
the
out.
sand, but you
Or
can't
hand-
fish.
Yeah, it'll shoot you. Crazy talk, isn't it?
So is that all reserve now, is it?
I believe so. It's an aquatic reserve. There's certain parts of Rapid Bay, and they do. It's all it's mapped out anyhow, and I think it's all the boat ramps. They point out what the aquatic reserves are. They're all not just locally here. I think there are a few throughout the state.
What about Selix Hill? You got the big monolith thing up there.
We drive past that a few
That's
times.
never gone anywhere, is it? They got it all wrapped in plastic. What is that thing up there? A temple?
It's a Buddha. I reckon it's got something to do
Have they
with
run out
age or
of?
Malaysia
Have they
or
run
something.
out of money, or
No, it's finished. It's that's the way it is. That's finished.
air conditioned the whole time?
Oh yeah, it looks like they've started building a like a gazebo and then haven't done anything with it, like a stone gazebo, isn't it? Is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
With it's and I
You
always
reckon that's
thought
finished? Do you?
it's. I'm 100% sure it's finished, and it has been for years, and that's
Wow.
the way it's just going to be. I reckon it's. I reckon it's a Malaysian thing. Yeah. It's
I
not,
just wonder
it's not an Islam thing. It's more of a Buddhist thing, I think.
Okay.
From what I believe. Yeah, drive past it quickly.
Sure.
when we go down south. But,
Yeah, you've got the old smoke mark man on the right as you drive down and around
correct.
where all the olive trees are.
Hassan, yeah.
He's had a few more extensions
that
put
poor
onto
bloke.
that. How's he going?
Struggling fella. Oh, I don't know what you do with 1.1 billion.
Has he sold out now?
Yeah, he sold out to Was it Peregrine that took them over?
I reckon
was
it
he
was,
Peregrine?
and I reckon Peregrine has sold again, haven't they?
I reckon they might have. Oh, well, you look at on the runs. Oh, my God. We came back from Port Pirie and we went to the on the run at Port Wakefield. And there would have been at least a dozen in there getting, out of the Bay Marie, beautiful, fresh dimmies and
Oh, fuck yeah.
all that sort of good fried goodness.
You got that nice servo there near the Globe Derby racetrack there on the left.
How good's that? The Mobile, I think it is.
Yeah. And it's a typical truck stop, and it's
Isn't
got every bit of fatty shit you can.
Oh, but how good is it?
And the fish is good. The fish is overcooked. And it's
Yeah,
dipped in
magnificent.
salt.
But you still buy it at that time in the morning. You go,
Oh,
how
fuck
good's
yeah.
this? Some of those blokes are probably working 8 hours. But even on the way out to when we go, if we get a coffee in there, it's very tempting to get an egg and bacon that's been sitting in there.
Oh, fuck yeah. I always used to go there and get 2 fish.
Beautiful.
And there'd be a fucking
freshly caught.
couple of dimmies just staring at you.
Washed down with a couple of
dimmies.
dimmies. You can't beat a dimmy. I'm horrible on them. I rate them real high. I just came back from Melbourne, probably 9 months ago. Anyhow, they've got a servo over there. We're staying at Footscray. This fairly new BP it was. No, they don't have what we've got, but they're BP, and they would have had six people working all the time, and their Bay Marie was incredible. And we're talking curries, stews, pastas, and everything fried that you could possibly imagine. But their dimmies were the size of a chihuahua's head. They were just magnificent. But they were like our dimmies, but they were round and big.
Did they have the nice crusty seam on it?
Perfect, Dash. Perfect.
It's almost like eating
Perfect.
a baseball, isn't it?
And when we finished, because we were doing 13-hour days for 25 hours straight, 25 days straight, I almost cried because I left that servo and I've gone, that was it for me. That was a highlight of the trip. But it was just how to do servo food. They had fried rice. You could sit in there. It was like a proper restaurant. It was high vis central, but two iced coffees for $6.
I don't reckon.
Dimmy for $2.
When you're on the road all the time too, you know which ones are good and
Don't
ones
worry.
that are crap. You don't even bother.
I got a fair idea, mate. I could do a bakery map
could
for you,
write a
mate.
bakery
I could
book.
do a bakery map for you, starting at number 1 and finishing at 308. That's just metropolitan. Not good.
Yeah, no, just driving down Port Rush Road, you've probably got a couple on there.
Port Rush, yeah. There'd be a few on Port
Just
Rush.
before the red light camera there on the left.
As you go past Burnside
Yeah,
Village.
is it the Linden
It's been
Bakery?
there. Yeah, they've been there forever.
They do a lot of turkey in there.
Do they?
Some of their rolls are a bit dry. I'm a little bit critical on their rolls, but
Yeah.
but they're fresh. They're fresh.
Yeah.
You go in there and get a roll for $14.80.
Fucking hell.
For
$14.80.
$10,
For a roll.
$10 you used to get a Coke, a
Isn't
pie,
that-
and a fucking bun.
Isn't that ridiculous?
And now for
A dollar roll and the rest of it costs you $13.
So Ex-Convenience got $2 pies at the moment,
I'd seen that, but they're not their normal pies, though, Brett.
aren't they?
No, apparently not. They're an import,
Oh, they're an import.
but they're still edible.
Tastes like Balfour's to me, when I have one.
Oh, really? It's a square pie?
Yeah, it's a square pie.
Because the 2 for $8 is an oval pie.
Oh, where? Ex-Convenience?
XCOM. Yeah, take
Yeah,
notice.
no. Month's
They're
special.
they're steak and mushroom though.
Yes.
We've had plenty of steak and mushroom pies.
yeah,
You know, a good bakery. is,
I drive past the red servos.
I
I don't go into those places.
Yes, I know.
I drive past very quickly.
my wife
Yes.
does because they are vegan.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they would have too. They would have.
They're not the only one that does vegan. There's other servos that do vegan.
Is it?
That's good to hear. But I can't go in. Like, seriously, I watched one of their scoreboards.
They're an $8 pie though, Ash. And I've had one in there and it was horrible. Yep, keep going.
Can't do it. No, I can't do it. You buy a giant sausage roll in there. You've eaten 2 mouthfuls. your whole palate's changed colour.
It's
You
ridiculous.
want to
isn't it?
shit yourself.
agree,
It's just gone.
yeah.
And you think, why? I knew the answer before I got in there.
I had two of the best sausage. I didn't normally have It's all right.
Did you get it?
No, I have no idea.
didn't
I
get
have
it.
no idea.
I had two of the best sausage rolls I've ever had at Cooper Pedy. Beautiful Cooper Pedy. If you've never been there, go there. It is magnificent.
I've never been there. They've got lots of holes in the ground. You got
Plenty of holes in the
Got to
ground.
be careful up there.
It's
don't
a
you?
scene out of Mad Max, Ash, and the people are accordingly. You don't mess around in Cooper Pedy. It's a shit. Not the best place on earth that I've been on. Anyhow, the
So
survey.
you don't want to get pie faced up there because you'll end up in a hole somewhere. Yeah?
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Well, anyhow, the sausage rolls were like a little batten, about the same size
Jesus.
of a Star Wars hilt,
Okay.
like that. Just magnificent and done to perfection. You know when they're sitting in the heater and they're just exact. Everything lines up. It's the exact window of and it's the window of opportunity. You've got about 40 minutes, I reckon, before either they're too cold or too hot, and they were just perfect. We could go on for days about pastries.
I do like the good ones though. The good ones are
I'm hearing you. The best bakery I've got. We got one right down the road. I could hit it with 2 1-woods. Para Hills Bakery. Just magnificent. They're fantastic. I love it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it.
I like it. I like it a lot. Cheers.
cheers to you. No, it's Friday night and it's time to talk food and everything else.
What about a good gyros, Ash? Where do you get a good gyros from?
Well, you used to get them in the city, didn't you?
You see, yeah, you're right. I get them
Yeah,
at
one in-
Dora's down near Queen Elizabeth.
Now, I did have a question the other day. Someone said, do they still have the pie floater near the casino?
No,
No,
not anymore.
hasn't been there for years.
15 years gone?
Yeah, easily.
Easy.
Used to be on a parade as well, and that's not there
Correct.
either.
And it used to be at the GPO 25 years
Yes.
ago.
Yep.
So it was only in Adelaide, the pie floater?
Yep. Only in Adelaide. No one else had it
No one else.
in the
You
country.
can still get it.
Just a few crickets around the
I'm just trying to think. It's my thinking music. You can still get it on the corner of Osmond Terrace and
Oh, can you?
the parade.
And the parade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doopy.
Wow.
Uppity.
Doopy.
Yes, you can get a good pie floater there. I haven't had a good one in ages, though. My mum had a good pie. Still does.
As long as it's hot. As long
gotta be
as most of the food's
It's got to be hot. It does havoc, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pie. Plenty of greens, though. Yeah.
Oh,
Sheeskus.
does havoc. Yeah. Anyhow.
Wow.
Anyhow.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of food. He loves the old tucker.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
Good
Big
one
thing.
for food.
Yeah, good one for food. Loves it.
Well,
It's
that's
important. I used to, when I was on a forklift at National Foods, that got me through the whole day, thinking about what I was going to do for tea that night. Like, it'd killed 3 hours on the forklift. It was boring as batshit. But at least, like, that's how sad it was for me at work. But
And how much piss you were
actually
gonna
got me to back when I was drinking beer.
Back in
by the-
National Food days, how much piss I was going to drink with the boys.
Absolutely. What we're going to get up to on the
And
weekend.
playing cards.
Playing cards, table tennis, and but those days have changed.
oh, it's funny if you got time to get up in the morning like I. Robbo's seeing me really start to break down with getting to work on
Oh,
time.
yeah.
It's getting later and later. I like to get up and have something to eat, and I like to I do these like a dang roll, I call it dang,
Yes.
Vietnamese roll, dang,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
So you cut them in half, put heaps of butter in there, cheese and Vegemite,
Yes.
cremate them, like burn the fuckers.
It's on the sandwich press?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And
so
then
they're flat.
you
Yes.
bring
I'm
them
with you.
out,
Yeah.
chuck heap of pepper, salt on them,
Yeah. Yeah.
large iced coffee.
Cheese and veg. Yeah.
Absolutely, go for gold. It's
Is that right?
It's that good, and like
Cheese and Vegemite. You can't beat a cheese and Vegemite
especially when
sandwich.
they're when they're cremated. And
Yeah, of course.
boy, that'll get you going to about 2:30 when you're looking for a finger bun when you get home. You know.
Just like you. That means you're all getting old. You blokes talking about food. That's all you're talking about now. It used to be alcohol. Now it's food.
It's just, Yes, it does change a little bit, doesn't it, Robbo?
Yeah, as with the big fella, mate. He used to, he used to be able to drink a fair bit. He had a few years off, good 5, 6, 7 years off of the alcohol, and he started to get back on it the last couple of years. So he's back into it.
What was his devil when he didn't
Oh, but he didn't drink.
eat?
Yeah, no, he just got off of it. Just didn't.
I think it's good to have a break off of it.
Yeah.
I do at times get bored with it.
We had a lot of years there though, where him and Matty Gunn, one of his good mates, and Mickey C, one of his good mates, they'll be on it every like Thursday nights. I reckon it used to be his big Thursday night with Mickey C and Matty Gunn and a few others. I can't. There was another Edo, and they'd just be on the piss playing more
Table
cards,
tennis.
table tennis and cards. I reckon.
Yeah,
it
bit of
was.
euchre.
Bit of euchre, yeah. But that was his days, and he
Tuesday nights, it used to be. Every Tuesday night.
Tuesdays. I said Thursdays.
With
Sorry,
Matty.
Tuesday. Yeah,
Matty
with
Gunn,
Matty and
yeah.
Mickey C and a few others.
Since we were 15, every Tuesday night, without a doubt. And sometimes I go into like 2, 3 in the morning, and we get up for work at 5.
And go down National Foods. Oh,
Yeah,
you were
drunk. Drunk as driving around on forklifts back in the good old days
when you can do it.
when you can do it.
I remember when I was playing baseball, we'd every now and then have an AGM once a year, and there's old Bob Niswander up there, and he used to say, Ash, just write down on a piece of paper what you're looking for out of the season, you know. And I said, all right, Bob. So I wrote down a bus home for the old guys on a Thursday night, because we used to get the A-Barn home every Thursday night. Just put the front left tyre in the curb and just let it follow to get you home. So I said, it might give the old guys. The old guys spend all the money at the bar.
Yeah. Where are we talking from?
Just up here, just at just up the road here, just locally in the
just off
northeast.
Oh, yeah,
Just
I know
off
where
of
it is.
Iliari
Sorry, yeah.
Drive.
In the northeast
Just off
area.
Iliari Drive, somewhere in that area, wasn't it? Somewhere in that area. wasn't
Somewhere
it?
around
Somewhere
there.
around there.
But I always said to it, just get a community bus for the old guys to get them home, you know.
How'd that go down?
Can you be serious there?
Deadly serious.
But they're good fun days, aren't they? It's sort of, as a young bloke, you really got to put all those stories together. That gets you to middle age where you can start to just open the stories up.
Absolutely.
Fish get a bit longer.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what we know now compared to what we did when we were 20 is.
Oh, it's ridiculous,
Oh,
isn't it?
I wish I had my fucking head
Isn't
now
it?
on a 20-year-old.
Absolutely, Brett. Oh, without a doubt.
You'd be a millionaire.
Yep. You'd be a millionaire.
You'd be a millionaire.
You'd
Exactly.
be making all the right decisions.
Yep, everything.
Everything. Three
That's what happens
wives.
when you get older. Yeah, 3 wives.
Living in
10 kids.
Saudi Arabia.
10 kids.
10 kids.
10 houses.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got a new bloke at work that just started, and he's been a little bit timid, and I got him the other day. He's from America, and I was trying to piece him together a little bit. He stands back a little bit, and
Fucking Americans.
and I said, hey, what's your story, pal? And he said, I've got 7 kids. And I said, all right, 7 kids. I said, well, just leave it there. I said, do you drink? He says, no. And I said, oh, why don't you pull out every now and then? And he says, I don't know how to pull out. I said, well, you better start learning. He's only a young bloke.
It'd be Jehovah's,
You reckon?
without a doubt.
He's got nice teeth.
Oh, he's Jehovah's.
Nice and white.
Yep.
Nice
George
colour.
Clooney's one.
Nice.
He got nice teeth.
Yes.
Your teeth good?
Yes. No, I'm not Jehovah's.
I've got cavities
Mine are
everywhere.
stapled in. Yeah. I must.
The new ones are screw-in, aren't
Oh, perfect.
they? You just screw in the metal bar and
Magnificent.
then click them on.
Oh, I'd get rid of the whole lot. My boyfriend would love it. Wouldn't you, Brett?
Oh, yeah, love it.
Be heaps softer.
Gummy's good.
Yeah, as long as you didn't. The gums coming down hard at once would still be fairly
Fairly brutal.
fairly
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
I'd like to give it a go.
You wouldn't want to be around the neck when it's sized down. You'd want to sort of take it through the shank a bit, I reckon.
Anyhow,
Good on you, Whitey.
you'll be hootee.
And what about your sport? You love fishing and camping.
I like fishing. Ash did plenty of it when I was in my youth, before I was married.
Was it?
Like I did a lot of things before. No.
Was it a getaway? Is that what?
Yeah, I think it was. It was more so the camping aspect, being with your mates. Having a
campfire
fire,
beers.
campfire beers.
There's nothing better. I
Nothing
remember,
better swagging it.
remember up the river, we used to go to a place called Young Husband.
I know that well.
And we used to stay on a cockie's property there, and it was over Easter, and you could go wherever you want. You know, you dig your own shitter and
Brilliant.
campfire and
Plenty of firewood back then.
wash your
Not
pecker
now.
in the water. You know,
How good was it? We used to do it at Swan Reach. We'd do it anywhere along the river. Just get Manham was the closest to northeastern suburbs. You'd be there in like an hour. I can remember going with Edo one night, and we both had our respective girlfriends, and we'd go up there in his Toyota Celica, a 2-door Celica. We'd go up with 4 cartons, one for each. Even the girls took a carton of beer. We'd go up there and just anywhere we could along the river and just basically drink and do nothing else apart. The girls might get a bit naked, have a bit of a dip and that sort of thing. But we'd just talk shit. Anyhow, we got up there and we went through all our piss. Then we decided to go to Currency Creek races with the jet boats. Yeah, on the same
down near Strathalbyn.
down near Strathalbyn.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we did all that. Like the things that we did were just ridiculous, crazy. The amount of alcohol we did. But the river's a good spot. I've done a few tinny trips with Kate being my wife, her cousins, the sort of Swan Reach born and bred, and we'll go 4 days in say 12 tinnies, one per
Wow.
person, from Mildura all the way down to Loxton, and spend 4 nights on the river, and we just pick out routes, certain routes of parts of the river, and go away for 2, 3, 4 days.
So you're coming down with the current.
Come
right?
down with the current
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle
yeah.
in summer, mate. It's unbelievable. I got video I can show you of emus crossing the river. Right in front of us, snakes and kangaroos and some of the greatest sandbars you'll ever see. And just when you got 12 tinnies in a lock, and each of them have got a sound system that'll blow Steve Aoki away. Just this virtually generators running subwoofers in a tiny tinny, makes a hell of a noise. We got 12 tinnies in a lock. I can show you after.
Be like
They're hilarious.
Be like a Peloton, wouldn't it, coming down?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Timmy Trumpet going on.
I have seen the footage.
Brett's seen it. But, all that sort of thing. It's so important. And it's so important for the young ones too. Quite a few of the boys at work get away like that. And I just take my hat off to them. My son, Mitchell, he loves swagging it and going away with the fellas. It's great. They're lifelong memories.
I often say to Reese, you imagine landing in Iraq, if you come from outer space.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or you got Manham. Oh,
That's
fuck.
right.
I'd be pretty happy here, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got Coffin Bay.
Well, you don't have to duck while there's bullets going over your head.
well,
If you were unlucky enough to get hit by a speedboat, which you could.
We were one sperm away from doing that, weren't we? We could have easily been. Imagine being born in Gaza.
That's right.
Oh, fuck you.
You know,
Coming in on a meteor and here you come.
Staying there or going up to Queensland.
Hard to swim in the fucking dirt. Jeez.
Jesus.
I know the Belgians have got
But
the
they
best
wouldn't swap it
sand
for
for
the
glass. There's another one for you tonight.
Which one?
Belgium.
It's got enough.
They got the finest sand because glass is
In Belgium?
70% sand.
In Belgium.
They got the finest glass.
Is that right?
That's
I would
right.
never. That's inland. It's got no coast.
It's fine. Must be air particles that
More so than Calgary or whatever we call it now, Fraser Island. They
That's-
had the nice.
that's a white sand.
That's a white sand. Well, your sands, obviously.
Silver Sands is next to
Silver
Selex.
Silver Sands. Is that right?
Yeah.
Belgium, the great man.
Belgium. So Belgium
amazing
glass is
eating.
the finest. But with glass,
Nobody
also,
wanted to invade.
if you look down the edge of glass, generally it's got a green tinge. There's a lot of iron in it.
Right.
So you can get glass that's got a clear edge, which has got very low iron in it.
Yeah.
So that's all the ways you know what it's like.
It's got the same qualities and purpose and
Similar, but slightly different.
Slightly
They're
different.
just altered slightly.
yeah, okay.
But might go from 200 to $400 a square metre.
What? I want to get myself that shattered glass where I press a button and changes. We saw that over in Germany when we were over there for one of our shows, and that you know the stuff where you just flick a button and it changes. There's a name for it.
Yeah. It'll
it's
go
only about
opaque.
$800.
It'll go opaque.
And
So-
it's not that expensive.
So it'll be a laminated glass and it would have a film in it.
Is that what it is? And you
So-
whack a bit of current
Well, now
through
you
it.
can watch movies through it. You can run like whatever you want. You just plug it in, and because it's just an XY, it's just like a TV.
Is that it?
Just an axis. So I can't even fit that stuff anymore because you've got to be part electrically licensed.
Have you seen it? Have
Yeah.
Have you fitted it?
You shut. No. Well,
No.
You've got to be licensed to hook it up
Because it's 240.
because it's 12 volt reduced or something
Is
like
that right?
So now you got to be a Sparky.
Yeah, which
Come on. So even pool fencing now I can't do because water holds a current. So therefore you need a. See, this is where we've all gone a little bit too woke. I think
that's where landing in Gaza wouldn't be so bad. They wouldn't have the laws we would have to, surely.
you could duck if you're a good ducker.
Oh, I don't know. I'm starting to rethink this whole thing of living here. No.
I think you need to get up to Manham a little bit more again.
Yes, I think too, Ash. But yeah, so did a lot of fishing, mate, and love my fishing. We've got some great spots here in SA. I think a lot of people take it for granted. South Australians of what we should see. I think everyone should see the Coorong. Everyone should go down and at least visit Kangaroo Island once.
Which we have.
Which we have, Brett. We've done that, and it was a great trip. You know,
Great
Stokes Bay got voted.
Yes, I saw that.
Thank you.
Yes.
The what?
Best beach.
Second,
Best beach, yes.
which is pretty good.
In the southern
would you-
hem-
That's
would
the
you
one we had
think-
to walk through the rocks.
Yeah.
Through the
Would you
little...
say that's the second best? I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did me head.
Although you, Cheryl and Kate, were
We were
swimming
naked
in
that
those
day.
little...
Yeah,
we were
that
naked
was
swimming in that,
in that
little
pond.
Pond, yeah. What they call rock pools.
Rock pools. Yeah, that was good that day.
even Telstra never used to get coverage down there.
No.
I've been over there 21 times with work. So I was over there when the bushfires were on.
Yes.
That was excellent. That was to see how many... it was really like army times. What's the airport called?
Kingston?
No,
Kingscote?
no. It's in the middle there.
Oh, Pandana.
Pardana. So Pardana was HQ. So,
What were you doing there?
I don't know, windows and doors.
That would have been a freaky time.
So I just took a head net with me because the flies are pretty bad over Stokes Bay.
Yeah, but
and
that
all that.
whole fire was...
Going back to the fire thing there, I was there for 2 days, I think, 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And to see how many battalions were there. So you might have, say, 15 to 18 vehicles that are all got pumps and
Yes.
and water buckets and, you know, and they're all lined up and they'd come out of battle and they're all fucking greasy with black soot and, you know, the water pouring
Coming out of
over
the
their
trenches.
heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was exactly like wartime. You imagine the bakery, you're talking bakeries before at Pandana with
Yeah.
all the service guys coming
They
back.
would have copped a belting. Yeah.
Man, drinks,
Yeah.
cokes,
Yeah.
iced coffees. Imagine the iced coffees they got.
But that whole
Drink.
battalion thing gives you a bit of like a great feeling when you see in country Victoria, Queensland crews.
Sure.
You know, the whole of Australia was there that time. I mean, they were still fighting nasty fires elsewhere as well, those. But yeah, just that fire alone. I can remember from Marion Bay, we went down shortly after, and the whole water from Marion Bay, which is virtually directly opposite the channel, was black with soot, completely black with soot.
Unbelievable.
And it was a windy day, but the water was like glass, where it had just broken sat on the surface of the water. A freak.
Yeah, no,
and the
pretty
whole
nasty.
beach was just had a black film and soot. But I don't know. I want to see a tornado, and I want to see a real good. I can remember Ash Wednesday.
I can.
You can remember that. I
Yeah,
can remember living in Hope Valley. I would have been about 14 years old. 1983, I
I
reckon.
was
I
selling
three or
newspapers up the Gully Hotel.
We could all remember it, can't we? But I remember sitting out the back because we were at Hope Valley. We'd look up and we could see Black Park, Conservation Park, whatever it was, Athelston on fire, and that was just there. You know, it was behind us at up here at what's the one? What do they call it?
Yeah, up here near the pub. The
Starts
hills
with
there.
a K.
Anstey's Hill.
Anstey's Hill. Oh, that was all on fire. That whole fire, and
That was
I can remember
glowing,
seeing-
wasn't
glowing, mate. It was freaky. Just an awesome spectacle. But I remember what I remember the most was the
Newspapers for sale, 21 cents.
Yeah, 21 cents. Bus ticket, 10 cents. You can smoke on the buses if you want. And
$2.50 a packet.
yeah, that's right. Carton of beer, $13. Long necks. You'd only had two choices, Southwark or West End. But I remember the next 2 or 3 days, and all the birds were in the trees because we had a big gum tree, like you guys have got here. We have massive gum trees at Oak Valley. Weren't moving. They were completely still. And I reckon you'll find any time there's a really big bushfire, crickets. I couldn't even hear that, Ash. But there were no crickets. It was summer, so you'd expect cricket to be on, but it was just really weird how there was just nothing, not a thing. Anyhow, because we had slingshots, and Dad caught us. That was it. We never
What were
got
you
close
slinging?
to
Ball
him.
bearings?
Being
Or?
idiots. No, we were using olives. Ball bearings. I did that to one of our pet quails. I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer, by the way. That's how he started.
He did. He
Killing
did start like
porpoise
that.
out. I remember putting a small ball bearing through a quail's head, and I immediately
Jeez, you're a
hated
good
myself.
shot.
for
You would
it.
have played the Sayo
I was
game with the
up against-
girlfriends.
It
a
was
fair
right up against the Avery. I thought, what would happen if I even get anywhere near it? They actually got him right, and his little brains went straight out of its head. And I've just gone, you dickhead. Why did you do that? Like, I felt real bad. But yeah, getting back to Ash Wednesday. Crazy talk. Crazy. Fucking mental, mate. But I remember that. But yeah, just I'd love to see a tornado. And there's something about bushfires in it. It's even the ones that we see here. We might get them every 2 or 3 years. That virtually are. And we've had some rippers.
We have
of
some.
late.
Yes.
Um,
Last one was the what?
3 years ago.
Just up here at Montreal. What was that?
But
Start?
it's just that plume.
Mm.
And I do like the smell of a good bushfire.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with a good.
You,
I'll
you
get
can
it.
smell it straight away.
Yeah,
smell it.
I'll get it from next
It's-
doors when he starts up his log fire at night. I still come outside and I still
Yeah, it's
smell
just-
of. I love it. I love the smell of it.
Do you? It's just horrible. It goes through the clothes, but he's got no regard.
yeah,
Do you see him anymore? You
I
abuse
don't-
him?
No, yeah, I'll abuse him every now and then.
Good on
Next
his
door
own
neighbour.
fucking
Yeah.
idiot. Yeah,
I'll let him have it.
He's got nice beer.
Yeah.
Cold beer. The fridge is working beautifully. Ash. Here we go. You'll be guilty.
Hey,
Do you still follow baseball?
Yeah. Yankees through and through, but
Oh, Yankees. There we go.
yeah,
Oi.
fuck yeah, they're up and about
There we
this
go.
year
Fenway
too.
Park.
That's the bucket list with the daughter.
There we go.
So
Got a lot of heritage there.
Boston, yeah, that's
do that, mate.
that's the one that will happen.
Fantastic.
Have you been up there yourself?
No, I haven't.
See the big green monster?
I haven't got 9 hours. It's like gridiron. I sat there through a baseball game. I didn't really understand it because it was going way too long, but I understand why you love it. Because I used to own a mitt myself, and me and Toddy would just go down and throw baseballs and catch them. Something about throwing a baseball real hard and catching it with that mitt. But I just don't get how long it goes.
Yeah, well, they play 9 digs over there, and then they have shadow runners once you go to the 10th dig, and you have one starting on second base.
Yeah,
So to try to get a result, and you could go out to 16, 17, you could be there all night.
that's what I mean.
But you can go to games also where there's fucking one hit.
Yeah, game
Everyone's
over.
got, you
And
know,
that's it.
no one's even got a hit for the night.
And that's what I mean. Yeah.
You're back on the subway and, you know, but
Yet they love it, don't they? Well, people like yourself. We know other people that play baseball.
Yep, we do.
And
Yep.
right in it.
we got to the Jim Beam bar at Yankee Stadium, and that cost us $600 for 3 seats.
What?
I think a beer was 20
Thank you.
US,
Back then.
20 US.
20. And I said to Mandy, I don't even feel like a beer, you know.
Yeah.
You had the jets flying over the top, over the Bronx there.
That's
and,
what makes it.
and then, you know, we get back on the underground and this dude says, hey, where are you dudes from? You know, you want some tickets for tomorrow night's game, you know. Nah, she'll be right, mate. No, you can have them. No, we won't use them. Give them to someone else, you know. But to go out there, to see Manhattan, I don't know if you've been there.
I've
or
never
not.
been there. I'd like to.
It is just amazingly long,
Yep.
and the silhouette of the buildings is
Yeah,
just incredible.
incredible.
And they're not high all the way through, but
Yeah.
their low one's still 35 stories high,
Yeah, which is our biggest.
which is our biggest outdoor terrace, you know.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of brothers. I've got one older brother that builds high rises in the city, and I've been banging on every fucking podcast. I just want one building at 75 stories.
Yeah.
So when the overseas people come here, you can take them to a top. You know, you go to Singapore, they've got an 86-story building. Go to Melbourne,
Yeah.
they've got a 102
Yeah,
story.
of course.
Go to New York, they've got 100 fucking buildings.
Yeah,
at
of course.
80 stories.
And of course,
high.
rooftop bars are all the thing nowadays.
Absolutely. $20 a beer.
Me and Brett
have
wouldn't
one
go.
beer.
No. None whatsoever.
Very quickly. No point in that.
No point in that. None whatsoever.
We are
Nothing.
the biggest. We are the biggest girls when it comes to heights. And I mean, to the point where it's embarrassing. Embarrassing. I'm very disappointed in myself and Brett when we get out.
Where's
there.
the-
When we went to Tassie, what was the gorge called? Something I can't remember. Something gorge we went to, and it was the chairlift. You know, just on your on your rope.
that was Beaconsfield. Oh, no,
it
it
wasn't
wasn't
Beaconsfield.
Beaconsfield.
No.
It was in Launceston.
It was in Launceston. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, it was a chairlift going across. You get on and you go across like the
Took me
cliff and
a
then through
good
towards.
40 minutes arguing with him to get on this thing.
Yeah, and the bloke. When the chair comes around,
Look out for
you
the
sort of like, you jump.
Liathons running around underneath.
Yeah, there's the attendant there sitting there, and the girls jumped on first. Now laughing because they knew Chris myself hated heights. Anyway, this bloke, the attendant, we've gone to jump on it, and he's just had a crack at us, saying like, "Toughen up, princess." Yeah. And we
was
said,
a
"Well,
knob.
you jump on the fucking thing, idiot." And so we're jumping across. We're going across, and it was just little bit up, and then you go across the gorge, and you're getting higher and higher and higher, and we're actually screaming.
Yeah.
We're actually got our eyes closed,
Yeah.
and we're holding each other's hands.
I could feel Brett breathing. I said, "Why are you rocking it?" He goes, "That's my heart." I said, "Well, stop it, because you're rocking it." And we were hanging on to one another, and we're hanging on the other one, and we weren't moving our heads. We were talking with our eyes going
Closed.
I closed.
We're
Eyes
gonna,
closed.
we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
And a couple went past us the opposite way.
Because what
And
we
we actually
thought,
had our eyes open at the time, and
Yeah.
they just looked at us and
Going.
they laughed. They were pissing themselves just
themselves
looking at
up.
us. Look at those.
but when we got to the point where we thought,
We're
right,
safe.
if there is an earthquake,
Yes.
we probably survive this.
Yes.
We've done it. And it was all of 2 minutes. Even if not even that.
Oh, it wouldn't have been 2 minutes.
we
But it
went
was
on-
high.
We
It
went
was
on this
high.
skywalk. They had this down south of Hobart.
Yep.
There's this national park. It's got this skywalk.
Probably 20 metres up.
Probably
25
20 metres up.
But it was.
As far as we were concerned, we were touching the moon.
But
It was
you could
just
see underneath you.
ridiculous. You could still see straight through
What
the
was
gate. It was
the-
checker plate.
Checker plate, that's it,
See-through
checker plate.
checker plate.
So we ran.
So this thing's meant to be done in 20 minutes. We did it in about 6. So we were pushing old ladies out the way, saying, "Can we just get through?"
Because we were walking.
And they were hanging on to both sides, so we'd almost have to grab one of their hands and physically move it off the rail, so we could go past without a word of lie. And then
Yep.
the girls are
And
on this tramp,
Kate and Cheryl, they're on this trampoline that's up about 30 metres high, laughing and
laughing
carrying on
at-
at us.
and we're just going nut. Oh, well, I don't mind being embarrassed, but I just ain't getting out there.
Well, I can't believe you've got height phobias.
Big time.
Big time.
Big time.
Hate it.
When we were working in the city, when we were putting the glass in the buildings, when the building was it had very few window panes in it, you didn't think about it much. As the building started to get up to 30 odd stories,
Yes.
and then there's more glass and holes, we used to have a screwdriver in our pocket that if we got into trouble, we'd just blow a piece up and then we could isolate the boat and tie the boat off. But the swing stage, your parapets would go over the top like this thing, and you'd have a skylock and you'd have a cable, and every now and then the skylock would come on and the boat would actually start to lean back.
What?
The whole swing stage, just, the skylock would come on.
Yeah.
That didn't bother you?
Oh, you got used to it. Back then you could have a couple of pints, like for lunchtime. But
Bit of Dutch courage.
it'd just take the edge off. But, as the building got higher and higher, you did think a little bit more about it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I used to work in my early days in the building trade. The building next to the old Hyatt, or whatever it's called now, Intercontinental.
Yes, sir.
There's an office block next to it, and that had an atrium in there. So the building was a circle, and then in the guts was just an atrium, so all the officers could look down the stories. And I was working up 14 stories high on a scaffold, and you could see right down the bottom. But in my early years, it didn't bother me. But now haven't been in that industry for so long, I just can't stand heights.
in Whistler, son Reese was in Whistler for the last couple of years, and they've got a peak to peak. So it goes, there's one chair that goes, and they're in gondolas, but it goes from one peak on Blackcomb to the Whistler side. And that thing spans. We never got on there because I ended up getting 2 right boots because I snowboarded the day before and only tried one boot on, and the fucking idiot gave me 2 right boots. So, just cut a long story short, I got up the top there and I said to Reese, the fuckers have given me 2 right boots. And I've gone, and you know,
You didn't put it in.
I lasted 2 hours. I kept turning left.
No
quite a
way.
bit.
That would have been horrible.
And left.
God.
I kept turning left.
Come out like a cripple.
Oh, man, like if you said it was 2 degrees the other way, and that represents 4 degrees.
How could you? That's almost impossible.
And
That's a feat in itself.
Oh, fuck yeah. 2 hours I lasted as well. And, like, when I got up there, I'd gone, like, I'd got off the gondola on the way up, and I've gone, fuck. And I thought I'd have 8 red dots on me, you know, with the US police force with their guns on me. Because everybody stopped, you see, and I thought, fucking hell. Just put your boot on, Whitey, shut up. Click it in, off I skied for 2 hours, and then by the second hour, it was just too bad. So I walked all the way down the bottom. Took an hour and a half to go down and back. By the time we got up, we met the girls for lunch, and Reese's board got stolen on Christmas Day.
You'll be guilty.
Fucking dogs.
Dirty dog. Canadians.
Only cost $700 too. That was
Is it Whistler's Canada?
yes.
Yes. Canadians.
So there were
Canada.
17
Poor man's Americans, aren't they?
17 snowboards stolen on Christmas Day.
Who
From
does
the
that?
the rental mob must have. Here's conspiracy, surely.
Hey?
Conspiracy, surely the mob that are renting them.
Flogged them?
Well, here's $20, kid. Go and get as many as you can.
Yeah, well, you can't trust them.
They're only
Americans,
$700 for the day.
You are in Canada, though.
It's a Commonwealth country.
Well, it is, but there's a lot of French there. And French, fuck. They give a flying rat's ass.
Oh, la, la.
Rude. Oh, yeah, now you're talking. French, it's dirty.
No, you went to
Dirty
France.
French.
When did you go to France?
I didn't go to France.
You went to where was your where's those shoe blinds?
That was
Conferences?
Stuttgart. That was the other Germany.
Germany.
Yes. That was before the Germans took over France.
That's
Yes.
correct.
And then they
Yes.
came back. And they bombed the living shit out of Stuttgart. Stuttgart's a new city. Very new, as in 70 years old. It was nice at Stuttgart.
Is Stuttgart West Germany or East
Good
Germany?
porn in Stuttgart. Dirty. Oh, they're filthy.
You piss in the cup and we drink.
Oh, drink.
Bit
Then
like
they always
Amsterdam,
have
isn't
feces,
Amsterdam the same?
fry up the poo-poos and smear it on each other. They're horrible.
Yum.
Good old Germans.
Yum chow.
Yeah. Oh.
Amsterdam's the same, isn't it?
No, Amsterdam's
they're
more
weed.
acid and
They just
but
mushrooms.
they just
Yeah, but
stone.
that's not a porn in
Oh,
Amsterdam.
no, that's
In
red light. That's prostitutes.
Amsterdam. Oh, yeah, okay.
That's different. The Germans are more animals and cooking up each other's poo-poos.
What's the worst? What's the
but
worst
Germany was good.
toilet you've used
Oh,
overseas?
right, okay.
Have you shit in the drains?
China was pretty fairly freaky. Their toilet system.
What are they? Are they non-water or?
They were just a horrible trough. And, yeah, basically sitting there.
Oh, you got to back up to a trough and
Yeah.
punch him out.
Never really been to a real third world toilet. We've got some rippers here, like some servo toilets. You know the worst one, Brett, was at fucking Seal Bay.
Oh,
That's as bad as I've ever come across.
Yeah, that
long
was-
drop.
No.
no.
No, they were. I reckon
No.
they were compostable.
Yeah, they were compostable, but,
But
weren't
the
long drops.
smell. Oh,
Out of this world.
out of this world.
Vomit
Vomit smell.
Vomit smell.
Horrible. So that's the worst I've ever. Yeah, so there you go. I've been to Iraq and Israel and all, Papua New Guinea. The worst one was at Seal Bay and Kangaroo Island. No.
True though.
There would have been a few flies around there.
Oh, it was out of this world. We couldn't believe how bad it was.
Even better than Thailand.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
well, I haven't been there.
Even in the snow, though, like we went on that Canadian highway and they're long drops in the snow, but they stink as well. Like,
Yeah.
If you're not putting lime on top of it,
Oh, they're
then
always
you're
going to
just-
smell.
Yeah, you're just inviting.
What the fuck are we talking
Right.
about shit for? What are we talking about? Shit and piss.
It was the
sewer.
Germans, I think. Got that. Anyhow, back to Stuttgart.
Stuttgart, when we got-
Stuttgart was
Tell us a story about Stuttgart.
we stayed in Plenningham. It's tiny, like exactly how you'd imagine if you wanted to go to Germany or Switzerland to stay in a proper little village with beautifully architecturally designed, like out of The Sound of Music. You know, you got without the mountains, but the streets were are alive with the sound of music.
Hey, the one-
Come on,
And,
Doug, keep
and
going.
Tannenbell and Tannenbell. You know. Anyhow, it was Plenningham. There's a place called Plenningham, which was near the expo that we were at, and it was just magnificent. They had. 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 They had.
cross-check doors and
Oh,
get
yeah.
ready for landing.
Get ready for, it was just great. It was exactly how cobblestone roads and everything was clean. Everything's clean in Germany. Their streets, their councils work really well. Anyway, we went to this one bar that we'd always go to as people coming from overseas, especially Australia. There was like an Australian bar that everyone would go to, and the owner of this, it was an Italian restaurant, and the owner of this Italian restaurant was a jockey, but he was also a gun guitar player, and he looked exactly like Bono. I mean, a splitting image of Bono. Splitting image. Long hair, good
just
looking
half
man.
his size.
But could sing. He could sing ridiculously. He could hardly speak English, but he could sing English unbelievably. So we'd go there and everyone was pissed. There'd be like 60 of us, up to 60 Australians from all around Australia representing the blind industry from the various companies. And we were fortunate enough to get invited a few years. But we'd everyone get on the piss, and they'd stay there we'd be there from 6 till 3 in the morning, paro, just singing with this bloke. It was just phenomenal. And then as you're walking home, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's freezing cold, but yeah, just magnificent. That's one of the things I'll take out of Germany.
Germany.
And then we caught the fast train. That's good fun.
240?
Oh no, 300 and no 400 or something or other.
Serious?
I reckon it's at least 400.
Do you feel any sort of inertia or
Hardly at all, apart from when the other train comes the other way, and that's about halfway.
So you'll just get a little.
All
bit
you'll
of
hear is just like just a quick. Boom. That's it. But you'll feel it and you'll hear it.
So it's just air
it's
being
gradual.
pushed
Correct.
against each other.
But it's very gradual. But you know when you look out the window, obviously you're flying. Only from the
Scenery.
Jimmy's going past real quick.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah. There's Jimmy's.
Good word, Jimmy.
Good word, Jimmy.
Jimmy's used a lot.
Your mate, Jimmy.
Your mate, Jimmy.
Jimmy
If
Luffner.
you don't know anything and you can't remember the word, it's just Jimmy.
It's a filling word.
Can you go get me that Jimmy?
Jimmy the other day, and you yeah. The screwdriver. You just passed me the.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Just remember that.
Here he is. Do that when someone's walking towards you. You got no idea who it is. Oh, here he is, and then just keep walking. Just you got to do it, Ash. It's fantastic. It breaks up. It's a ripper in the Brett.
Yeah.
We do it all the
It's a
time.
ripper. Yeah.
Here she is.
There she is.
She looks around.
Here we go.
Know them?
The missus having a go. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
We're on here.
We're on here.
We're on here.
It's what these podcasts are for, to learn some more stupid, I reckon. That's what it's about. What about Thailand? You been to Thailand?
Been to Thailand, mate. You?
No, but I know a bloke that did go there, and I always imagined Thailand as muffless women, like beautiful shapes, bald vag, just bronze bodies.
Brett, time to go. Really, mate? What's it? It's exactly right. Ash.
Is it good?
No, that's when I was in my 20s, mate. Exactly that. Now I've got kids. Thailand was a different experience. Shooting guns, quad bikes, and drinking beer. But if the wife wasn't there, yeah, exactly right. Even the lady boy, you couldn't pick it. But where we were staying was close to Bangla Road, and that's what you're talking about. It's the epicenter of that sort of thing. And I've got plenty of mates that have done it, and they love it. But yeah, I just really couldn't be bothered with that stuff nowadays. I'd still like to see it. I'm not an expert, but I'll have a look for you. But it would still be good fun. But yeah, Bangla Road is renowned for that. And we took the boys down Bangla Road. It's about 10 o'clock at night. That's extreme tourism too. The worst fuckheads down there are Aussies, drunk Aussies and wankers.
You can hear the Aussies overseas.
Big time.
They do stand out.
They do stand out. But we really liked Thailand. We really liked it. We you know what the crazy thing is, Ash, is we felt safer in Thailand than we do in Hindley Street. That's how ridiculous it is. You know, we let the boys walk home probably a K and a half, or probably a K at 11 o'clock at night back to the hotel by themselves as 10, 11-year-olds, which is not good.
Nah.
But still, we wouldn't have done that in Adelaide. We wouldn't have done that in Australia.
And stepping in sewage holes.
That was Bali.
Oh, that was Bali.
We're trying to get Kate back home after she spewed up in an alleyway. Trying to get her back home. We're walking along this open sewers, and every now and then a big slab would be missing. So if you fall down there, you're in a world of
You're
hurt.
in the shit, ain't
You're
you?
in the shit. And you ain't going to end well. You trip. If you get Bali Bela, that's the best thing going for you. There's about 55 diseases in there that will kill you. But you smell it. Isn't it funny, though? You go to these countries and you smell it and you cop a whiff, but yet you just deal with it and you get on with it. Here, if we caught that smell, we'd be, what the fuck? Someone's broken a sewer line.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you know anyone in the bombing there at Bali?
No. I didn't. I heard about them. Obviously, there was a lot of Aussies.
We had one of the surfer dudes.
That's one of the reasons I didn't go back to Bali, because I thought, fuck them, they're not going to get my money.
Nah,
Fuck, anyone that kills Australians ain't ever going to get my money. But everyone keeps saying, you got to go, you got to go. So we sort of crushed
we
it.
had
And we really liked it. We're going again.
my family's lived at Middleton for quite a few years.
Oh, yeah,
there, and
that's a good spot.
they're in the surfing fraternity, and quite often, the boys would go overseas on their surfing safaris, and they'd
Yes.
hire a skipper, Australian skipper, and they'd get a big boat and they'd take them out to the places. And the night the bombing went off, we did get a call that night saying that Hilly was over there. So he'd gone for a piss 30 seconds before it blew up.
Way.
Went in, started pissing. The only way out was through the fucking
Through the mess.
the windows that had blown out in the toilet. So he could just, because the whole thing just got.
Oh, so he didn't have to walk over the bodies.
He didn't have to come back in there at all.
Oh, otherwise he'd been walking over bits.
So all his ears, probably with the door shut, he probably got away with it quite. Like there were no burns. I don't reckon he got any burns out of it. But
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kissed on the
kissed
dick,
on
isn't
the
it?
dick right on that time. So
It would have messed him up big time, though. Even everything that fell out after that.
you would second guess everything everywhere for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. Absolutely. Yeah.
You look at that bloke from Australia that got burnt, and he'd fucking his face had blown up like hell, and he said, it's shit, mate, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, he didn't complain how sore he was, and he said, it's
No.
fucking
And you could tell he was in a world of hurt.
low
'cause
life shit.
Yeah.
I got two kids overseas. Like, the phone rings at night, 3 a.m. Like, lucky man, he's always up during the night because he works night shift. But, there are days, even the world at the moment isn't in a good place.
No.
Not only with the current war that's going on, you've now got
Financially, it's
the
ruined.
Yanks in the Taiwan Sea.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
That's ramping up. We're buying submarines and
Yeah.
nuclear submarines from the Yanks, and you think,
Absolutely.
where are we going with this?
Where are we going? The Russians are, the Americans are back in Ukraine even more. Ukraine are going into Russia with American
I see they pushed it.
with American hardware.
Yeah.
And so the Russians are going, fuck you, pricks. Well, something's going to happen. Dead right. Yeah, well, that's right. It only takes one.
Once it starts.
We got a different world then.
So if you got two kids overseas,
Oh, yeah.
what do you say?
Anytime overseas. Yeah, that's right.
Right, darling.
Well, we got to go to Bali in a few months. Imagine being over there when something like that happens and they ground everything. I mean, Bali's probably one of the safer places to be, but you're still separated from the family, and try and get back in those times. Oh, look,
Yeah,
and nukes are different.
Yeah,
different kettle of fish.
Bing Tang and Tiger Beers, maybe,
nothing,
just to keep you.
nothing wrong with that on the beach all day. It's a good way to go, isn't it? I drink myself stupid. On
Well,
Bing
and
Tang.
that's even if a fucking tsunami doesn't fucking rock on the fucking doorstep at the same time.
Yeah, see, that's something great to see, but not enjoyable.
Big swell.
Yeah, that's a good swell.
Big swell.
That's a good way. That footage is phenomenal. I can't get enough of that. I don't know how much YouTube I've watched of the Japanese tsunami.
It's incredible.
Incredible. Unbelievable.
The boats
The
go under the
perfect-
bridge and
The time of the day was spot on for, if that was at night time, there would have been,
and then you can see the water level rising, and then it spills over the
just incredible, isn't it? And that and to think a whole city has been completely destroyed.
fucking killed hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds
people.
of thousands, mate. Let alone the one in Banda Aceh and, Malaysia there. Thailand, wasn't it? Thailand. Incredible to think how far inland that sort of thing goes. Who's to say there's not going to be a bigger one? And they could be, they've only recorded 9s. Imagine recording a 12.
Look at this Andreas Fault.
The Ring of Fire.
Now that runs right up into Whistler where Reese was.
There you go.
And you reckon I never thought about that while he was away.
San Francisco's going to cop it big time one day.
It's 200 years ago that it happened, so it's got to be due.
It's got to be due. And if that goes, it's got to be Stewie G. If that goes, mate, it'll be it's gonna go big time. Like a carnage then.
Well, it'll go fucking way out of the centre, straight in through the sticks, probably.
The Americans will handle it well, though, like they did Katrina and all those other ones. They handle their crisis really well. They look after their people.
Orleans?
New Orleans, geez.
What was
that was it.
Yeah.
Katrina.
Yeah, Katrina.
Yeah, well, we should be talking Trump, not Katrina at the minute.
What a
Katrina,
good bloke he is.
Katrina's water under the bridge at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Katrina,
He'll make America good again, won't he?
she was in a lie-lowing area.
Stop this.
Say that 3 times.
It's COVID. I shouldn't have got my 3rd injection. Dude, they're killing me.
33rd or 3rd?
3rd.
3rd.
Have you had your 3rd one?
No, 2 was enough. I can't have any more kids.
Now you got 3 years.
Tried, said to Kate the other day, it's going, yeah, I'm trying again. I said, no. I've had my 3rd injection, the beef injection. The cruelest injection of all.
Sorry.
Yeah, but old Trumpy though, eh? What a legend he is. You know what?
I love him.
You know, he just brought so much entertainment. He's an absolute idiot of a person. He's
fake news.
He's just a moronic. I think he represents America very well and the spot that they're in.
He'll get in again.
I have no doubt. They would have to be the stupidest people.
They are big people. Seriously, I think there's 70% of diabetes in America.
Massive. But they're just moronic to think that a man like that should be in charge of their country. Biden's is a joke as well, though. But what's wrong with someone charismatic and at least younger with a brain on their shoulder? You know, a lot of his candidates in the last when Trump was first going, there were a lot of candidates.
Get Bobby in there.
Who would be good would be John Kerry, I reckon. John Kerry should have been president years ago because he seemed like a decent bloke. He'd still be dodgy, but I think he would be a great president. Fought in the Vietnam War.
You don't
got a lot of empathy for people too.
You don't like Bobby Kennedy?
Why not?
Yeah. He's a lawyer. He's pretty smart.
Yeah, but he's about 90, isn't he?
No. Bobby Kennedy's younger.
But why doesn't someone like that go for it? Even John Kerry. I don't know John Kerry.
They don't want another Kennedy in there,
yeah,
do
but
they?
What's it going to... How can it hurt? Well, they only ever had one. He didn't last long.
He didn't last long at all.
So Bobby would get killed.
That's a that's a conspiracy.
Well, we could easily go down that road, couldn't we?
We might be.
And I have no doubt that absolutely they had him. They had him knocked off.
Man, they
without a doubt.
Made a mess of him, didn't they?
They made a mess of him. A lot of conspiracies, though, Ash. I'm conflicted on.
What do you do with the presidency, though, in the United States? Like, you've really got to. Like, I don't know why they've put an old man in there that was so disturbing to watch him not only fall off his bike but lose his words.
And go to sleep.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Fucking, I'm pregnant.
Grab a few reddies on the way back.
Yeah, I'll grab a.
But
I'll grab a test kit.
I think they're going. I think they're going to the polls, aren't they? Shortly.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're going to the poll this year. This year.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it'll be the greatest media thing coming. It'll be fantastic, I reckon.
Yeah.
Who you voting for, Robbo?
Oh, fuck. I'd have no idea. Like, I don't know. I don't actually mind Trump. Trump can be bad for him, but I think in maybe the world issues, he's probably got a bit of a. From what I see,
I think the world's scared of him.
Yeah, I think some of them are scared of him. So I think that's where if you want to keep a bit of a peaceful world
Well, he
situation
built,
with.
he built the wall to keep the
with-
drugs out, didn't
wa-
he?
yeah.
He spent a lot of money
Even just
there.
with war, no one wants war, but I think he's got the gift of the gab with his enemies within the China and.
They got
Putin
328
and-
million of them.
Mm,
So, if you're spending money on fences to keep the cartels out,
that's right. Yeah.
rather than all the money going offshore to a
Yeah.
war that they're not really involved in.
Yeah.
Even-
I just think I think he's a bit of a loose cannon. But come world politics with world situations, how unstable it is.
I think he would.
When he was in,
I think he would
wasn't too
scare.
bad, but he's a loose cannon.
I think he would scare.
He's like Putin. He's a bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah, you don't know what.
But I
he's,
don't think he'll start anything. He wants to keep things peaceful, but he's still a loose cannon.
Well, he just wants manufacturing back in the States, which
Yeah.
makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That
No.
won't happen.
But
That one.
What won't happen here?
Not in our lifetime.
yeah, the prices are too dear because the fucking people in the office get all the money,
That's right, exactly.
don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yep.
You got the poor old welder out there that's
Yeah.
got sunspots in his eyes because he's welding at 800 hertz,
Yep.
and he's the one sweating his
That's
nuts off. And
Yep.
what, you
Exactly.
charge just an extra 15
That's
minutes of overtime? What?
Yeah. No, I don't know about those American, mate. I've been there, but
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
Good luck to you if you want the fucking job. I reckon. Be a prick of a job.
yeah. Thankless. They should have a female in there.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Don't get me. Here we go. Don't get, we're on here.
What about the UFOs? Have you
Britney
been?
Spears put her in charge.
Have you been? Have you been listening to the Ross Coulthard stuff?
No.
No, what was that
too
one?
tell.
What was the one we listened to? That
Terrence Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard.
What's the fallout of that?
How
Oh,
good's
what-
that?
Brilliant. You know what? He's so convincing, that
Oh,
bloke.
he sold me. I started
Oh, you
painting my
sold
skin
me.
black.
I got, well, cream. He's not quite
He's a caramel.
caramel.
Yeah.
But I liked him as an actor. I've always liked Terrence Howard.
He look, if he's right.
He did carry on at that Oscar thing, though.
If
That
he's
was,
if he's right though.
if he's right,
yeah.
God help us. Like, as in, everything's got to be rewritten.
One thing I took out of that, and it's the only one that really stuck with me, was, if you look at a chip in a computer,
Yes.
it's a square or a rectangle.
Yep.
So what he was saying was, if everything's a curve, there's no straight lines.
Yep.
That if you made a chip that was a circle or an oval,
Yeah.
then rather than banging in at the speed of light to turn this thing around, which generates heat, if you spin it around in a circle, there's less friction. So, when you run your little laptops, you've got this fucking chip that's going
You only you use a fraction of the energy,
in a circle, you'd have
bugger all. It's just a-
O1,
potential energy. What do they call it?
free energy.
Well, it's yeah, there's a word for it. where that. But there's been motors that have been designed like that are perpetual
Orbital.
motion or whatever they call it, where it's just it's feeding off itself.
Rotary was the same, wasn't
The
it?
rotary was sort of the same, but
They did sound bad, though, didn't they?
yeah, they went like hell.
They
you
did
have
go
to tune them
hard.
every time you drove them.
They never peaked out, did they? They just kept revving.
Spitting sparks out the back of the. But that was a good. I really enjoyed listening to him. But they shut him down. Everyone tried crucifying him. A couple
they
of
did.
people stood up. There was an Aussie bloke that stood up for him, an Aussie professor that said, "You know what? We should listen to this bloke." But a lot of people straight away said, "No, he's a Fruit Loop." But that's generally what they do.
But the bloke that
That's right.
the bloke that we watched that interviewed him, he was pretty. He was for it. What was?
Joe,
Yeah, Joe.
Joe's very open-minded though. He's
Yeah.
very broad-minded.
Rogan.
Yeah. He was
Right.
a little bit bamboozled with it all to start off.
Yeah.
It took him a little bit to get used to what.
Absolutely.
He was
But
on
by the
about.
end of it, he
Yeah.
sort of started to
He-
come on page.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So if you look at Bob Lazar, that was the initial
Well,
UFO guy.
Yeah.
From Area 51. Was he right the whole time?
why? How could he not be? Like, how can he make up a story like that?
Everything
How-
he's saying is
You know
is
what? I
true.
watched another one though, Ash, where there's a woman journalist. She's written a heap of books. You might know her name. She's a good-looking American. She came on and she talked about Area 51, and she said she spoke to a general or someone like that who was at Area 51. And what he explained to her was during that time, we're talking the 50s here, when the initial one crash landed, was the Russians had a drone, and they had a mothership drone. I couldn't work this out. Fucking drones back in 1950s.
Russians or the Germans?
Russians, and they sent out a ship, and they genetically modified or surgically modified
Yes.
small.
I've heard this story. Bits of it.
Down syndrome kids into making them look like aliens, and they crashed that in there. So she's basically sort of discrediting Bob Lazar because Joe brought up Bob Lazar and he said, right, what did this general tell you about what was going on there? So he's basically saying it doesn't exist. It was a hoax, in other words. But then you get Bob Lazar. Now I would believe Bob Lazar. He doesn't want the fame. He doesn't want the attention. You can tell that we can tell it on his face. Unless he's the greatest actor. But like he says, he doesn't do it for the fame. He'd rather it have never have happened. But he regretted because he was only there for 6 months, and before he got shipped away, because there was an incident where he was in there doing something or other, and he either dug too deep, and they shipped him out. He asked too much. And they flogged him off. But that was one of his biggest regret was not staying there long enough in that project to dig in more, because he was fascinated by the technology. That's what kept him there, was the actual technology on how this thing worked. And when he explained it sort of made sense. If you were to explain how a UFO hovers and moves and all that sort of thing, it sort of makes sense. But I've since then, my boys, I tell them I've watched docos on, excuse me, on US carrier fighter pilot corporals or whatever they are, where a retired Air Force, what do they call them, lieutenants or corporals or whatever the hell, the high up bloke that flies these jets. What he explained when he was, this was only in 2009 or 4 or whatever it was, early 2000s. 2004. What he saw was that, and there was 4 of them up there. There was him and his co-pilot, and there was 2 planes up there. And what they saw when they've got it on radar, but the radar couldn't lock on because it was just, it had a jamming. It just couldn't hold that picture. But what he described with this thing coming out of the water that looked like a cross, and he said he could see it. They could see it visibly. This thing that came out of the water, and then it just disappeared back in the water. But the tube that was flying around, why would someone like that
say that?
Would say that exactly?
If you haven't seen it,
why would he
make it up
with his reputation and everything like that? And then there's so many people that have said, we'll try and discredit him. Like he was saying, it was there, and next minute it was 60 miles away at their next checkpoint. How the hell did it know that it was going to be at its checkpoint? And how the hell did it get there that quick? And it was waiting for him. And we're talking things that just don't make any sense to us. It freaks me out. I love it. I love hearing it. But the Bob Lazar thing and about element 115 and it's just 118 or whatever it is.
Element 115.
115. It's just, I don't know. It fascinates me.
There's more coming. It's going to come at 100 mile an hour. They're talking to retired people now like you wouldn't believe in America. And it's just not happening in America. It's happening on every battlefield at the moment.
Well, there you go. They love that. And every time the sightings, you mean, they have a fascination with war and with the technology that we've brought with war.
How many nuclear bases have they gone over and turned the power off?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So there's lots. So Scotty Miller that I used to do the 2 drunk aliens with.
Yeah.
I've got a new guy starting soon to restart again. Old Sonny Lurum, how y'all?
Yeah, we go.
So
I can't wait.
So that'll start again, and
Brilliant.
we'll start bringing that back in. But Ross Coulthard he's beaten the drum for Australia very, very well.
Is he?
And he's over in the States at the minute talking with, science people, and he's got to be a little bit careful. He's
Is that right?
yeah.
Treading on treading on a few toes.
Yeah, and you're an Aussie, don't forget. So
It's just one thing that gets me
but
though.
he is a lawyer, though. Don't get me wrong. He's very, very accurate with what he's saying. He's not making up shit.
Yeah, right.
And he's talking to the right people. So he's already put things in place if he goes missing into a ditch.
There we go.
And he's already said
What sort of things are we talking?
With the disclosure, right?
Yeah,
Disclosure's the main one. Is that
Yep.
someone from the government says, yes, they are real,
Yeah.
or no, they're not real.
We're talking Australian government here, or
I think they're involved in it with most of all the other countries.
it's all the allied countries.
Chile's a big one for
Is that right?
UFOs. Chile's
Yeah, I've heard that.
massive.
Chile, Argentina.
Yeah.
Some good sightings there.
That's the hot spot.
Chile's had some good ones.
Chile, my sister-in-law's seen flying in and saw one
There we
coming in
go.
on the plane.
Even England. So some African countries.
UK's, yeah, well, even the little caramels there running
Yeah,
around.
that was that
saw-
school day that day.
Yeah.
The English school.
And they still,
With the
to
English
this
school, the
day,
bloke-
they still to this day can draw you a picture of exactly what they saw.
How can you refute that?
The one in Melbourne that happened, you seen that one as
No,
well?
no.
Same sort of thing, rocked up at a school.
Yeah,
They said, you're drinking at school, mate. You better zip it up.
yeah.
So there's a lot of this going on. The suits rock up.
Well, I think it was England or something where
England's
where
got a
she
lot of US bases there.
There's a
too.
lot of US bases, and it all seems to be sort of around a lot of military.
You think how many nukes are sitting in the UK?
Yeah. One thing
Robbo?
Terrence Howard sort of said, and it'll stick with me forever, is the evolution of man and what's come and gone. And he said the Earth is moving away from the sun at
2 inches a year.
2 inches, every
Decade.
100,000, or it was some stupid amount of time. And he said, over time, eventually the Earth is going to move away that far that it won't sustain life. Yeah, and so therefore you've got to go underground. Like it won't be breathable. The atmosphere won't be breathable. So therefore the technology by that time has come a long way. So where they'll have underground facilities to house people, and said, well, they've got big heads and big eyes, and they're small. That's sort of, and they're grey.
And no genitals. That was the sad
And no
part.
genitals.
So, if you got home
Yeah,
from
I
work
know.
and your missus was pissed
I know.
off and she said, go fuck yourself, Chris.
Yeah, fuck, I can't.
And I can't,
But the good thing
I can't
about
even
it,
masturbate.
and you
This-
can't even talk, you can't even think dirty, because they don't talk. So I'll be talking to you going,
Yeah, but they were,
I wanna have a go.
They'll be all single.
yeah,
I remember.
They'll
I'd love to.
They'll
I
be in the pub
want
every
to see
night.
them. And how do you tell the girl from boy?
That's right.
I used to love nipples. That's what you'd say. I used to love nipples. And
How do they poop?
No genitals. Yeah, no back end.
They probably don't.
No
need
arsehole.
They probably only live like flies. Maybe
Yeah.
they do.
Maybe it's, yeah.
So there's no need for anything.
Yeah.
It's all over in 3 days.
3-4 days, yeah, you're done.
I'd hate not to be able to come, like,
That 15 seconds of
well, that 2
Magnificent.
seconds. Yeah, whatever it is.
I know, and then followed by 10 minutes of regret, and then you're
Now,
tired.
now I've got to wash all my
And you
shirts.
go,
you know,
now I've
like-
got to watch this off. It's
wanna
a
go to
weird.
s-
It's
I
a
need to
weird
sleep.
compound. That should be element 115. That shit. It's a weird. It's like the egg white, isn't it?
Yes.
I
It's
remember.
hot water in it.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
I remember as a young lad when I was working at Clarkson's down there, down at Royal Park, and old Dominic Palladino used to say, "Hey Ash, you wipe your cock on the curtains, do you?" And I'm thinking, "Well, man, I'm only 17. No, not really. I'm still pretending I don't touch it, mate.
You couldn't say it to a 17-year-old now.
No.
Not from your boss or someone you work with.
You remember
You'd be done
wiping your
for-
dick on the curtains? I thought, God, you're a disgusting pig.
You get done for bullying. Don't
funny
take me
stuff.
there. Don't take me there.
Nah.
Yes.
That's a good
The
place
young
to
crew these days.
good place to go. Well, the kids are coming through, aren't they? They're the next gen, aren't
You ever
they?
seen anything weird though, Ash?
I saw one just prior to Scotty killing himself, yes, I did. I was out at Mount Osman, of all places, and you know when the planes take off over the city and then
Yes.
they bank towards
Yes.
Melbourne, and they're full.
You were right up the top, Mount Osman.
I was up the
near
top
the golf
there,
course. Yeah.
and this thing was pumping, man. And I looked up because it was like zinging.
Yep.
And I looked up, and there was this cloud. It was the only cloud over Mount Osman. There was fuck all else, but it was a good sized cloud.
Right. We're talking daytime or night?
Daytime. Like working. I was working.
Yeah.
And I looked up, and I could see the plane just go behind the cloud. And then there was this black orb, size of a car, Beetle car. And I've yelled out to my brother, because he's just up there. I said, "God, I've seen a UFO!" You know, and this thing sort of danced around, and I'm thinking, what's it doing up there? That's too close to the plane. This is what I was thinking. I was worried about.
Yeah.
And then it shot out to the northeast, and it was gone.
Quick.
It was in Adelaide. What's it fucking doing in Adelaide?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so that's one I've seen, and I can't. I wanted to say it was a bird, and I couldn't say it was a bird.
It was something that, yeah,
It was just
did
doing.
your head in, but you remember it.
If you look at the big birds,
How long ago we're talking?
last year,
Fucking hell.
Christmas time. So if you look at normally the big birds up the top, they do this big circle thing
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the Riverland.
The pelicans.
This thing wasn't doing this.
Yeah.
This thing was dancing in the cloud. And once this plane cut through, and I'm looking at it, and he said, "Why didn't you take a photo of it?" I didn't even think of taking a photo of it.
Yeah.
But if you took a photo of that, you'd see a black dot, and you'd go,
Yeah.
"Oh, fucking black dot."
Yeah.
But Mum and Dad, when we were at Selix all those years ago, back in 1974,
I wish you had a place at Selix now. Pardon me. Right.
they saw a light come down from the Victory Hotel, go straight out to sea,
Hooten.
and then it came back. Now, this is before drones. This going back 70s.
Yeah, fucking hell.
You know, like you could split the atom in 1945.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Now, they knew some shit back then, didn't they? Like, you wait till this quantum computer comes on board.
Yeah.
Where's it go from there?
We I was saying, I can remember going outside. It would have been about 2 years ago. It looked like a satellite, but it was blinking. It was blink, 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 going through the sky. And I thought, it's a satellite, but it's blinking. Next minute, it's gone at right angles. Just gone.
You'll see the right angle's a good giveaway.
A good
that
giveaway
it's-
that have gone, and then
what the fuck?
it sort of disappeared after sort of 20 or 30 seconds. I followed it a fair way. So then I'm straight on to Google whether it was a satellite, and they said, well, decommissioned satellites quite often, if they lose their trajectory or whatever, they'll start spinning, and it would have been the reflection off the sun. Well, the sun's probably on the other side of the earth by now, so there wouldn't have been any sunlight.
But the
coming off
90-degree angle.
But the 90-degree angle could have been
So you
reflection
saw
off the
that?
other. But the 90-degree angle sort of did me head in. That's the part that I've gone, right, I understand a blinking satellite, and they say that quite often that can give that effect of a satellite spinning. And
I wish I could say I've seen more.
But to go right angles did me head in. I'm going, fucking hell.
Mum and Dad lived at Fairview Park. That's where we grew up.
Yes, we lived at Fairview Park.
And they used to walk down Golf Drive every night,
Yep.
you know, especially when it was warm.
Yes.
And they were walking down from where the little shops were there, and you'd turn down Golf Drive and head down that 10th
Yep.
hole or 17th hole, whatever it was. And they had a light come from nowhere. It was on them for 8 seconds. So it wasn't you couldn't hear a chopper up there go.
Yeah.
A white light came down on them for 8 seconds. Boom, gone.
Yeah.
They grabbed each other's hand and they ran home. So they would have been 50 years old, I suppose.
Probably even younger.
So, yeah, probably 40. Prepare for landing, cross-check doors. But
Here we are.
Virgin 69.
What is it?
that's a Jetstar. Hear it? It's ringing its
I'll
arse
go out
out.
and have a quick look while I'm out
Quick,
there.
go and have a look.
Better be a virgin.
No, it's a Jetstar. It's a Jetstar.
He wanted it to be a virgin, though.
Go and see.
Oh,
Robbo, how's the footy going with the local boys?
no, we're doing all right. The Gully boys.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. Like,
yeah, pretty tight comp. Very tight competition.
We're
at the moment.
halfway through this
halfway
week.
Through, yeah, halfway through. Gone last weekend. So
Where
back
are
into
they?
the
Where are they sitting?
fourth out of
How many wins? How many losses?
4 wins and 5 losses. So the competition's very tight. Even a third of the top side's only won 4 games.
Yeah, right.
Top side hasn't lost. And then the second top side, they've won 7 games, I think, and lost 2. So it's a very tight competition, very tight. So you got to be up and about every week. If you're not,
You've got to
you lose.
you got to keep winning, don't you? That's
You
the
got to keep
key.
winning.
You gotta,
That's the key. That's the key.
you know, if you lose 5 in a row, I keep saying to Mandy's dad, he's a Crow supporter,
Yeah.
We're gone.
and
They're finished.
you know, I said to him, you know, come on,
Yeah.
you've got to win 5 in a row before I get excited.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
And you know, it sort of got close to fisticuffs sometimes. You know, over it.
Who's he back for?
That was a Virgin. I got it wrong. You were right. He's a Crow supporter.
Yeah.
I'm a Crow supporter.
Same.
But
Frustrating years, mate.
there's only
to
one
not
team.
make the 8.
There's only one team. So,
Go the Red Sox.
but I think, look, we've heard for years and years and years from the Adelaide Footy Club saying, "Oh, it'll be this year. This year, no, we're looking good this year." And I did a job for the little fisherman. What's his name?
Rex Hunt.
From the Crows.
Oh,
That's the one. Little guy lives out just in the city there. Anyway, I'll get his name shortly.
not Camperelli.
No.
3-4.
No,
What are you talking about?
for the Crows.
Yeah, hang on.
Little curly-headed dude.
Oh,
What now?
the one with the eye problem.
yeah.
The one with the eye problem.
No, not Rory.
Not Rory. He's,
No.
Past
New,
play or new play?
no, new guy. Been there a couple of years only.
He loves
Playing?
his fishing. Does he love his fishing?
Yes, sir. He fishes.
Not it plays now.
Yeah. He's playing.
Schomburg.
Nope.
He's got curly hair.
Yeah,
Schomburg.
it's not real curly. Then it might be more straighter. He's a skinny little dude.
Not Hinge.
What's he do? What do you? Sorry, I've lost my
No,
train of thought. Where
we're
were
probably
you going? What about him?
No, I'm not sure either.
Oh,
No, he loves his fishing.
Loves
his
his
fishing.
fish.
Loves his curly hair.
Anyway, no, let's take a step back just in regards to the footy. With Bob, Mandy's dad, I said, when the Crows win 5 in a row, and I said to Neil Collins as well, when we win 5 in a row, I'll come to a Crows game again.
Yeah.
5 in a row.
And they've
5
but
grand
that's
finals in a
it
row.
could have
5
easily
games in a
happened.
row.
just 5 fucking games in a row. Like
You're a long way off from that.
so,
But it could happen.
No, won't happen.
we lost 5 games by 4 points.
Yeah.
You need Nathan Buckley as coach.
Oh,
Bucks would be a good
that's
coach.
a big statement, Robert.
Yeah, no, Bucks is a good
Brady.
coach, mate.
There we
I
go,
get a lot of
Brady.
time for Bucks.
I do too.
I get a lot of time for him.
He demands excellence.
Is he coming home? Is he? It's coming home. Have you heard some rings? Oh, on the Milne Road Studios.
Here we go.
There we go. I think
Exclusive.
Bucks would be a very good Adelaide Crows coach.
Oh.
Can he leave Melbourne?
Lot of time for Bucks.
Can he
He's got
leave
a
Melbourne?
Very good football brain.
All right.
Yes.
Very good football
That's
brain.
controversial.
Yeah. He's an Adelaide boy. Well, he was in Darwin and then came back to Adelaide when he played for Adelaide.
He's got runs on the
Magpies.
board.
He's got runs on the board.
He'd have the respect.
Oh yeah. He
Let's see what the board does, Brett. That's
That's
the
right.
problem. That's where part of the problem might lie.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you need the cattle. If you haven't got the
Oh, you still
cattle,
need, I agree with you 100% there.
All
But
right,
how
and
can we
I'm-
not? We've got the budget.
we
Don't have to have the budget.
sure have. But
Coaches can get good coaches can get things out of players
Yeah.
that some coaches can't.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt.
No,
You wave a premiership prospect in front of players, and they're going to go, especially the younger ones, that go, right, well, I've got a good chance there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that might feed itself for 2 or 3 years. And
I don't want to sound like an old man River either, but you put that Guernsey on, then you give your fucking life to put that Guernsey on.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
me.
Yep.
Now you see Port Adelaide do it most weeks.
they got a culture, though, Sash. Adelaide doesn't have a culture, I don't think.
Well, go
Yeah, no, I agree with
and
you there.
fucking get some culture.
Yeah.
It takes years to get culture. They probably did have it at one stage.
Where's it gone?
Why isn't Chris McDermott allowed back at the Crows?
Nah, there's something there that
There's
I
something
don't
there.
know about, but yeah.
Someone pointed the bone at him. That's the second. That's the second good one I've done tonight.
Might have something to do with what was his name? Kelly McGuinness.
Oh,
Oh God,
Wasn't that a
yes.
shit show?
Yes.
we're not going there.
yeah,
We're not going
exactly.
there. We're not going there.
But
Yeah, like
Adelaide,
I've been involved in football for a lot of years,
Yeah.
and there's only 3 coaches that I would know of.
what about Johnny
in
Worsfold, Brett?
Johnny Worsfold. Yeah, no, he's all right. Yeah,
He was caretaker for a while.
He was caretaker. He's got a good footy brain on him. His coaching
All right,
credentials are
who
pretty.
would be your 3?
What, AFL? Like,
Yeah.
as in,
For the Crows. Good fit for the Crows.
number 1's Nathan Buckley.
Fig Jam.
Fig Jam.
Fuck, I'm good. Just us.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him as not as a footballer. I shouldn't say that. Like, we all hated him because he played for Collingwood. But
Do you reckon Paul Bastian would be all right?
yeah, old Billy,
Bastian.
old Paul Belly.
Billy. What about old mate? Tennis
See here,
player?
see here.
Hey, Leighton
Your
Hill.
mate, Tonkin.
Oh,
Brucey.
Brucey Tonkin.
Billy
That's his.
Bastian.
That's his.
I
That's,
went to primary school with Paul Bastian.
that's his photos. He
I
gave
went
them
to
to me.
primary school with him. Does he still like boys? No. It's a joke. Only joking, Paul.
Oh, good man, old Billy.
He likes boys that put out, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
Who doesn't?
If you don't put the Guernsey on and put out, you fucking don't get another game. I remember watching him at Sturt once, and there was a guy running down the wing, and I stood up. I saw Billy. I knew he was going to take this guy out, and he just stopped there, and he just leant forward, and he took this prick out.
Yeah.
And I stood up, and I've gone, Billy. And the whole grandstand was stirred.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I stood up, I'd barracked for Nord, and said, good on you, Billy, you've taken this prick out. And, they wanted to knock me out, but I stood strong.
Yeah.
But
That's
is
all footy
there...
days.
Yeah, Billy, he's very regimented, Billy. He's a...
Very, very.
He's
Great
a
arrow?
very structured guy. He does like his ham and cheese
Toasty.
sandwich for lunch every day. There might be a bit of tomato on there, maybe. It doesn't sort of go too far off track. He's a very disciplined man.
Very disciplined. Very structured.
Very, very good fellow. Very good fellow. Very, very, very structured. Very kind man. He likes to go out in his boat fishing and
He likes his fishing.
Oh, big time.
Does he?
Yeah.
Locally? Or
just over Eberg there. But
Edithburg?
Yeah, he's got his own place over there.
he's over there with Scotty Hodges now at the pub.
Oh, they good buddies, are they?
I think so.
Scotty.
But when he catches the squid, that's the closest thing to a fanny, right? So if you were ever marooned,
tubes.
if you were ever
You
marooned,
start getting into it.
well, I said just
What about an octopus?
when you clean them, just make sure you smile at your wife as you're pulling them.
Fucking hell, here we go. We're on here.
You just
I haven't gone down that road yet. Especially with a tasty small calamari. You'll be guilty.
drip some lemon on it, honey.
It's got the same sort of texture, though, the ink.
The ejaculate.
Yes.
That's what I'm like.
Fuck,
most
imagine getting that
Sundays.
stain out. Imagine that, explain that to your wife. What the fuck is that? It's like someone's done a burnout on you. Oh, boy.
Geez,
no,
you
that's just it's like you got it tattooed. Right? I just can't rub it out. That's fucking squid ink, love. What was the squid doing down there?
At least the
Oh,
males and females eject the same, don't they?
Scotty and Paul Bastian were getting into it, so I thought I would too. We got a video.
There's nothing like sticking your fingers in a squid. Like seriously, Chris, it's
Done it plenty of time,
It's
mate.
plenty,
Pulled them inside out.
plenty rewarding to,
It's very phallic.
isn't it? It's just
Very phallic.
It's just beautiful.
It
I
is
just
beautiful.
can't help but smirk and laugh as I'm doing it. Like
You could do the same thing with a leg of lamb, though, if you cut a little pocket in it. You have to freeze it, because otherwise, no.
Mahogany canoe.
yeah, no, you do.
Anyhow,
That's going somewhere else. That's going to
Here
the
we go.
morgue. Now you're going to the morgue. That's really bad.
that's bad. Let's get a fucking. What's going on with that jumping jack, mate? Let's have a go. Go on, Ash, crack it. What is it?
Rip the lid
Is
off
it
that
straight scotch?
one. No, I think it's vodka.
Oh, this is vodka.
It's coffee vodka.
There was a sporting career
Yeah, that's
going
yours,
over
mate.
there.
You crack it. Who?
Oh, Dixie, had the sporting career, the
thing.
where you've been and what you've done,
mate,
and
I've done a
Let's
little bit,
coaching
Brett.
wise.
Let's
and,
talk about the basketball now. You're 6 foot. What's your height? 6'9"?
No, the same as Michael Jordan, mate. Actually, I'm about a centimetre short of Michael Jordan. I like to call myself 6'5". He was 6'6".
What size?
I'm an inch short.
What are you?
I'm 6'5", 196.
I had you in at 6'10" on the.
But I was a hell of an athlete, though.
the
I won,
podcast.
I loved track and field. Not track. I hated track. But I could throw a discus, throw a shot put, and throw a javelin a mile. So I represented Mowbray High back in the school days. I was in 1984 or 1985, where I won Mowbray's Athlete of the Year at representing at Kensington Park, throwing a javelin against all the private school boys, and did all right. Came third.
So you went to Mowbray
that was,
High. Were you born 1967?
It's 8.
You're a 68er?
Glass or
Yeah, have a sip.
yeah, I have a sip.
Have a sip anyway. See what it's like. Smells all right.
Oh God!
I
What are we talking? How much?
50.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
That's
tasty,
That
Ash.
one was 80, but
That is tasty, mate. No shit. You wouldn't scull it, but that's a nice liqueur. I've got a bundy liqueur like that.
I'll get a couple of little glasses there and we'll put some ice in there and just have a sip on it.
Mate, you'll be impressed
If
by that.
Robbo
You've never
gets
had it before.
if Robbo gets lost on the
Oh,
way
that's taking
home.
care of me little cough. Fucking hell. That's good shit.
Hey, it's got the bar of acceptance.
That's magnificent, Brett. You like that?
what would that be?
Get it in you.
What is that?
It's vodka with coffee in it.
Is it?
It's almost like an espresso martini.
Let me have a little taste.
But yeah, back to me.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, get
it
into
was,
get into the sporting.
So
thing.
the sporting part, yeah, I loved me track and field, and did that. And then got into tennis. I actually broke my back as a kid, and I had to give sport away, which was a tragedy for the family as well as the sporting world. And so I actually had to wait for that to fuse over. I was going to get into pistol shooting because that's one thing.
What age was that?
I would have been 14, so we
14?
might go from 14 to
Geez, that
20
used
back
me.
to
I've
15.
never heard that one,
Yeah,
that
no,
you
I broke my back. Yeah,
Oh.
so I couldn't move for
How?
about. Mum reckons she dropped me as a child. Yeah, as you remember.
Really?
And anyhow, I had a broken
So not the
disc.
sporting industry.
Two of my little, in your disc, you've got those two wings that come out.
Yes.
Those two wings were cracked, and so when they X-rayed it, they said, "Oh, you're going to be in a world of hurt, so you're going to have to give away basketball, tennis." Well, tennis probably made it bad because I was playing tennis back then, and loved tennis, and they were going to fuse it. And Mum said, "You're not going to go fusing your back to the doctor." She said, "There's no way at 14 years of age.
No.
That's changes your life, sort of stuff." So anyhow, someone said it could possibly fuse itself. Anyhow, that was I let it go. I didn't do anything for about a year, and it came good. But every now and then, it might be I probably had it since 14, probably 10 times. It might be 4 years. It might go 6 years, 8 years before I do anything bad to it, and it might be just something simple like sweeping up sweeping up with a broom, and then it'll go, and it will be excruciating for a week. But anyhow, so it'll fix itself. But so I had that at 14, but it fixed itself. So it might be it never really impaired me. So then I went into when it came good, I started getting back go back to basketball. Try basketball. Never really tried AFL, but still played tennis. Got into tennis and then started playing basketball. And found out I was reasonably good at it. Here we go. You're beauty.
We're on here.
We're on here. What the?
Is that you, Jimmy?
Jeez, mate. Ice is short.
Oh, fuck you. You wouldn't believe the ice box.
Yeah. Did you get that off the roof, did you?
Is that fucking cold?
It's fucking freezing.
fucking freezing.
The heater in this, it's like we're working in a cold
I
room
think
here,
I put the
people.
knife through the freezer, mate.
Me fucking West End's got a fucking little crust on it.
So
And
keep going on about your sport.
So I started playing basketball and I was reasonably good at it, but I also loved tennis. I loved tennis. And won a few competitions. You know,
couldn't
playing
play it,
Div
shit.
3 for Oak Valley, that sort of thing. And and got up to about Div 2, number 2 for Hope Valley, and really started loving it. And then basically basketball sort of took over. I was playing the St Bernards and for the school for Mowbray High, and we did fairly well in the state competition. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody. Oh, it
Cheers.
smells good.
Don't know.
Oh.
What do you think? That's fucking easy.
What was that called?
Spicy easy.
That was the jumping goat.
Easy like a Sunday
Oh,
morning.
Wow, it's got some shit in it.
No,
I was a bit
there's some
worried.
coffee in it.
I was a,
We go for a run after this.
I went into the gym.
I'll have an erection for 3 days.
Look out, wifey. Look out, neighbour.
So you played for the 36ers?
I was getting to that, Ash. Now you just
sorry.
fucking spoiled it, mate.
I've been down the road.
Well, I played for the 36, and that was about it.
Done nothing. Started coaching.
Started coaching, that was it. Butchie.
I've ripped it. I've come back. I've come back too early.
Time, mate. Prematurely for Jimmy.
Oh no! Can you
So,
finish? Can you finish the story and keep
So
it
then,
up?
anyhow, I'll go season by season. We'll be here till about Monday.
That's how potent this shit is. The ice has melted already. The alcohol, it's like fire.
Don't eat the ice, like eating a worm. That's one tasty beverage. Isn't it? We're going to knock that bottle off, actually. Fortunately, we'll have to get another
Don't worry
bottle.
about that. I'm just going to get some more ice.
Just get off my shoulder. And
Keep talking.
so then I got playing, and then I got into district basketball. So I was playing social basketball and running amok, being probably 6'4" at 14 or 13, 14 helped as well. So you're a monster amongst boys, in local competitions.
Bruce,
and then when you get into
Bruce Tonkin was fairly tall for his age, but never got anywhere, did he?
No, I didn't get anywhere.
was he a basketballer?
No, footy.
Cricket,
Mowbray.
Cricket footy.
Why the fuck are we talking about that?
I have no idea.
He's in Greece at the moment, isn't he?
Is he? Anyhow, back to Bruce.
Sorry, mate.
So Bruce he's a good lad though, Bruce. I remember getting. He's
My
a funny
hometown.
lad. My hometown. Love Bruce,
Robbo does listen to a fair bit of Bruce in the
but I know a
summertime.
bit of Brucey Tongan. I've had a couple of messy nights with Bruce and Disson
Darren
and
Robinson.
Dossett. Dossett, Nigel Stoneman,
Yep. Brad Granger?
Matthews, Matt. Good bunch of lads.
Anyway,
They were Mowbray Heights.
Yeah,
They're all Mowbray Heights boys.
Mowbray Heights boys, yeah. Okay,
They're
keep-
weird. They're weird from up.
Back onto you.
Wayne Carey, was he around? Was he Mulberry Heights?
And you played for the 36ers in the end, and that was it.
That's pretty much it. What are you drinking, Brett? Are you on the golds?
West End red tinnies and a few golds and
Thank you.
a bit of what's this stuff?
So then I went to then I went to I'd try out for a district club, which was Norwood Basketball Club. So I get into more serious stuff. Played there, won a few like under 16 competitions. It was good, and then got a call from Albert Leslie, who was coaching the state team at the time, and got a call from Darryl Pearce saying, "Would you like
Pierce
to come
off, Jack."
Pierce off, Jack Gibbs on." And Darryl Pearce was the Iceman, a legend.
Good basketball.
So great, and one of the funniest people you will ever meet.
Yeah.
Great character.
I mean,
Brilliant
I
character.
remember
He
watching
flies
him
ice
at,
cool.
Unbelievable, the Iceman. Anyone knows about basketball?
Yeah.
That's basketball, not baseball. Would be
It's only one team.
go the Red Sox, and sort of. Then I went to Forestville and played at Forestville, won competitions, played with some great players. Then made the state team, got the best under 20 player in the state, and then a few years later got called up to fill in for Mark Bradkey, who was injured.
Yeah, good
And
basketball.
played against North Melbourne Giants with the Sixers. Trained with them for about 6 weeks, but I had a fractured foot. I had a navicular break. I reckon it's one of the worst bones to break in your foot. I used to water ski a lot.
Which one is it?
It's the one on top of your foot. It sits right on top of your foot, and it's about the size of your thumb. And I had a hairline fracture through it, and fractured right the way through. So that was pretty much it. I couldn't train. I couldn't do anything more with the 36 because it was excruciating on that night, warming up at the Apollo Stadium, I was sweating with joy, but also pain in the foot. And I kept it. I just
And
kept
they can't
it quiet.
inject it or nothing?
Couldn't,
You kept
they
it
didn't
quiet.
cortisone. I just kept it quiet. And then I rang them up and said, no, I can't do this anymore. And then 3 weeks later, I had a foot fusion. So
Prepare
they
for
actually
landing.
fused. Here we go. That's ANZ. No, what do they call it? ANZ?
That's Ausair. that one.
Qantas, I reckon. No. As Kerry Bickman would say, Qantas. That's, no. What were they? TAA.
TAA.
Up and away
With
with TAA, the friendly word. So, you'll be all day. Anyhow, back to Bruce. So what's he doing? Is he really? What's he doing nowadays?
Donkey.
Tonky.
He's still going.
Yeah,
He's a
still,
good lad.
He's
He's a funny boy.
Ah, mate, he's a funny boy.
Still looking fit, mate.
Is he? He's a fucking. I hate
Just up
people
around
like
the
that.
corner. Yeah, he's
Paul
up around the
Bastian would be
corner.
looking like that. It's
No.
vanity at its worst, I reckon. Fuck, you have that vein at fucking 55. Get over yourself. Let it go.
Oh, Bruce, he's up around the corner. He loves
Be a good
it.
lad, Bruce.
He's still playing tennis.
Is he?
He's 105, but he's still playing tennis.
Of
and
course,
looks,
fucking
looks like he's 20, but he's 105.
Is his
And,
court case finished with those young? Who's that?
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce.
My hometown.
Dung, 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 dung. Dung,
Yeah.
dung, 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 dung. I'm driving in my car. Dung, 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 dung. I turn
Get
up
on
the
the
radio.
radio.
Dung, 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 dung. He did.
Me,
Yeah. Dung, 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 dung.
but
And
you know
dung,
I'm a
dung,
lion.
dung, dung, dung. Dung, 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 dung.
And when we kiss,
Dung, 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 dung.
It's a
fire.
Dung, 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 dung. Dung, 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 dung.
Don't say his name, for goodness sake.
No,
Who's
we
Robin
won't.
Williams, anyhow?
That's right.
Kermit the Frog.
Elmer Fudd.
Good morning,
Fudd.
Vietnam.
Elmer Fudd.
Good morning, Vietnam. Let it go, the king is dead.
Elvis has left the building.
Elvis the pelvis breaker. Motherfucker. What's that HQ doing there? You a HQ man?
I had that exact car.
Bullshit. No, you fucking didn't.
And I
You
gave
would have
it
sold. You know, you fucking pay your mortgage off with that now. Ash.
I gave it away.
I'll have that.
Man, blew a Welsh plug going up the Riverland.
Really?
Yeah, the Welsh plug that's
Thanks, mate.
in the housing of the diff.
That's my first car.
4-door?
No, sorry, mine was a HX.
Did yours have a 253?
253.
Yeah, still be worth something.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dung, 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 dung.
The diff used to crown when you put it in drive. And it just goes, boom.
That car?
Exactly that.
No fucking way.
Exactly way.
That'd be
I'll be sitting on 100.
that'd be 120. For a 253. If that had a 308,
Yeah, that's right.
see ya.
But
It was a 2-door.
she was a sprinter, the old 253.
Great car.
We had the Holden boys on
Only
it.
gun out of 253 in the Monaco.
Beautiful.
Sold it for a carton of beer. Like,
253 is like the 289 with the Mustang. It's
correct.
Just
yeah,
it's a
like an
sprinter.
arsehole. It's a sprint. I had so my first was the Datsun 1600. There's 40 grand. Second car was a HQ, just a 202. 3 on the tree was 4 on the
That's
floor.
what my
was 3.
HX was.
Brilliant car. Yeah,
My HX was a 3 in a tree.
3. This was
Mine HX.
this was 3 on the tree, manual, but then
Yeah,
got a 3 on the floor.
Yeah.
Bucket seats. Then it was an XY, only with a 250, 6-cylinder, front bench seat. The front bench seats, fellas, are so easy. They're good. They are so good. Vinyl, too. Easy to wipe off.
Easy to wipe.
Stick to you like anything. But the things you can do on a front bench seat.
Your nuts stuck to it.
The kids
Your
wouldn't know.
nuts are
Stuck to it. But she'd only have to just lean over. There's nothing in the way. 253, column. And
250.
then so that'd be worth probably 30. And then
Do you know,
then I had a VP 5-speed. And that'd be worth 15.
I had a VB Commodore turbo.
That'd be ridiculous. Oh,
VB Commodore turbo and a blew the turbo
that'd
up.
be 60 grand, Brett.
Yeah, it
at
would be
least.
now. That's my second car, I reckon it was. Had the HX and then went to a VB Commodore.
I had a VC 5 litre X cop car.
No,
Did you?
Turbo 350.
Oh,
At what age?
Marriage.
Oh, marriage? Okay. Oh,
Or just
we're
before
very
just
married
before
young,
marriage? When did we get married?
Oh, fucking 1970 fucking one. Sorry, Mandy.
Yeah, you're not that old, darling. Well, she was born in 70.
Same Susan, 70.
70s girl. No.
Yeah, but anyway, that's how
You're,
it is.
you're a 69er, T for two.
Yes, yes, dinner for two. Dinner for two. Hey, best year born, mate. 1969.
That's right.
69. Always say 69.
69 T for two. I never
for
forget
two.
it. I like to bring it up too around
69. Born in 69, mate.
69.
Dinner for two.
T for
Dinner
two.
for two. Dinner for two.
Smoking here, mate. Smoking here.
It's a fortunate year, isn't it?
69. Phew, Stewie Yorston was born in 69.
What do you, Chris, say? 67.
68.
68.
The moon was 69.
Who?
Apparently.
The moon.
Do you believe that? I believe it. I believe they were.
I reckon we.
I think they did.
We're not going to the moon because it's easy. We're going to the moon because it's hard. And in this decade, we're going to get to the moon.
Good old Stalin. Stalin.
Yes. How was it?
Who's that, Brett?
Yes.
Would you
Was
be?
it, was
Put
it
your
all right
beanie
out
on.
there?
It's
Put your beanie on, mate. It's cold out there. It is freezing.
snowing, mate.
It's the shortest day.
I've just opened a beer and I got half. Oh, watch this. Ready, set, go.
It's the winter solstice today.
Sometimes I sit out here and I drink a couple of sips and I go, where's the rest of that fucking beer gone? It's gone.
It's gone.
Feel like a goddamn celebrity sitting out here on my own.
Should your podcast.
There we go.
You better get a photo of me tonight.
Oh, actually, I'll get one of you now, mate. So, and then I'll send
We
it
watched
to you.
we watched a doco on Gary Ablett, right? This is on KO.
Go again, Ash, man.
There he is.
Yeah.
On Gary Ablett.
It's my Epstein smile. Wasn't he a good bloke?
Yeah, he was very good.
Bit good fella.
Bit,
Insert ways.
controversial.
A little bit like Trump.
Insert.
Tom Hanks.
Has he
His
got?
story's gotta
He
come
hasn't
out.
got Trump Island though, has he? Or
He went there.
don't go there. Don't go there.
Trump Island. Fucking hell. All the goods went there. I was so disappointed.
We've missed. Oh.
There were lots of actors and.
Oh,
is the
all
footy
sorts,
on?
Ash.
No,
Is the footy on?
No, I'm just sending these to Ash. These
Is it?
photos. So
How long we've been
So
here?
it's
We've
got
been here.
I'm driving in
my car,
Dum, 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 dum.
I turn on the radio. Dum, dum, dum.
and when
We
we
Ding, 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 ding. Fire. I'm touching on her breast. Ding, 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 ding. My hand goes down low.
I think we'll have to start a comedy club in Australia, mate. We'll have to name this thing and do it every 6 months, eh?
We might have to, just for a catch up. We haven't even got around to me.
You haven't.
No,
Not a thing.
Not a thing. I got so much more.
By the bakery and
I
about
haven't even got my sex
1
change
minute.
yet. We haven't- yeah, my winner at fucking Randwick.
Now I tell you what I did want to talk about was your love for cooking.
Oh,
We've already been there.
No,
Oh, no, we
no,
haven't.
not cooking. Not cooking. We haven't.
No, that was just food, wasn't it? Takeaway.
We did talk food. We did get excited.
I do
with
love
bakeries.
cooking.
He's best just the staples. If you're at someone's house or he's coming here to our place, is his fried rice. He just
I nailed it.
Would
I-
you
I-
like special fried rice?
he's just
Take it?
nailed
Your fried rice?
for a staple.
like fried rice?
For
Billy,
very
Billy used to take the piss out of
staple.
this.
Everyone just asks.
The Greek-
Oh, it's Chris bringing his fried rice.
And a Greek lady taught me that recipe.
Yeah, yeah.
Simples.
Yeah.
20 minutes later.
It's
You know,
very
you,
simple.
you can
Do you
boil
still manufacture it?
I can make,
Oh,
manufacture
he'd make
for
that.
you, Ash.
He'd make that. He'd make that in half an hour to be done.
Half an hour, mate. What time's wife
But
get home?
and I mean,
She's
it's,
home now.
Right. Tell her we're coming and we're cooking.
it's better than Mockley down the road or fucking Mandarin Coin or.
Yeah, I don't want the gold
But Brett loves
Mockley.
it. Yeah. Brett and Cheryl love it.
Oh, we love it.
It's, yeah. That's it, and it's simple.
Just these
It's-
little chicken skewers on
So you'd still
with
make
chicken and bacon with the Greek sprinkle on
oh,
it.
lamb
just
sprinkle.
Lamb sprinkle.
from
Just out of this world. Just stuff that it's simple.
I like sharing
but
food.
very tasty.
Tasty.
Very tasty.
It's got a real.
I'm on the
reek.
nitrous oxide.
Oh, fuck it. Have we got any? It's probably the only thing we don't
I've
have.
got to cover it up.
NOS, go to the NOS.
Even the food, even the lamb chow's making me horny, mate.
I can't.
Stop it. Stop it.
We're gonna have
food
to have some more coffee. I think.
Food is his number one.
Yeah, let's get one coffee.
Actually, that's not bad coffee.
Get a photo
Got
of it
any
if
ice?
you can.
I make a good jalapeno too, Brett.
I haven't had your.
So I'm cooking for a vegan now
Would,
too,
Sh-
though.
would
Yeah, you
Shezza
are.
Kate's a vegan. My wife's a vegan.
Shezza drop some ice over?
They're not home.
Oh, we don't need ice, mate. We'll just leave it outside for 2 minutes. Actually, I'll leave it in the doorway here.
I can't believe the fucking ice machine's gone down. Like
Shezza.
Oh, you got an ice potato?
no, I didn't pay the bill this month. Like
Times are tough.
they've turned the water off.
We're lucky to be. What's running this show?
No,
We've had a couple of
The water down shortly.
couple of Campucheans riding a bike.
I just cut that water main, mate. It's that cold out there. That fucking water line would have ice in it.
Tap the power
No,
line.
it is. I do like stuff with ice.
Shezza,
Good, mate.
Shezza's out with Kate.
Yeah, she's out with Kate.
They're
My
going
wife.
for tea.
Dan Murphy's $50.
Fuck off.
What?
How can you make that for $50? A bottle's worth $50.
It is.
That's a bit of value. It's nice to get a bit of value.
I think that's
isn't it?
gone tonight. That thing that's going to be a trophy.
I'm
might
gonna
have
take
to.
it home.
We might have to sign Big Dix on there and give it to
I
him.
tell you, that might weigh a lot. I would like to think it weighs a lot.
Does weigh a lot though.
But the bottle's not
must
that
be-
heavast
Must be the
Obviously,
glass.
yeah.
Must be the glass.
But
That's very
cheers.
tasty. I like it.
I like it a
right.
lot. Oh, you got 4 mics here. We could have 4-way.
We could give Peter Renfrey a call.
Pete Renfrey.
Get him up here. He'll talk for 4 hours.
Who's he?
My mate Pete.
Your mate, Jimmy Luffman. Your mate, Jimmy Luffman.
Petey was born in '59.
What?
Yeah.
He'd have some stories.
Tough.
Tough?
Oh, tough as fuck.
Ah, Pete.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story.
He's a good man.
He's a catcher.
Tell us.
He's a catcher. So there was a pop up. Ball's gone straight up. He's turned around. He's jumped and he's hit the fence. He's hit the cage. Behind
Yes.
to stop the
Yes.
the pedestrians getting knocked.
Are we
out
talking
by the
baseball,
ball.
basketball,
Yeah,
or,
we're talking about-
badminton here?
No, baseball.
Baseball, thank you.
So anyway, there was a bit of wire sticking out.
Oh,
and
it's gone through him.
It's gone up his arm to
Bit
here.
of chain wire. Oh,
And I've said to Pete, "Hey Pete, you're taking a bit of a while." And he said,
I got a bit of mischief.
"Once I can unscrew my arm from the fence."
Fuck, so he had to do a pirouette.
He had 12 pints before he went to the hospital to get a tetanus injection.
Get out.
Imagine that. Imagine that. The order of 12 coming into the hospital, like as clinical it is.
Yeah. But back in the day, you could get away.
It wasn't that long ago. It was only last week. So, like,
It's only 68. Playing baseball still.
he only retired 2 years ago.
If there's one baseball you could own, right? Tell me from who? And don't just say money. So Babe Ruth's out of the question.
Nah, Babe Ruth's
He's has
he
been.
was a womanizer.
Was he?
Yeah.
They don't say that.
Yeah, it's
I see. I hate that about people, like good people.
I
like
think he
that.
gave to the people, but he gave them a product as well.
Yeah, not like Shane Warne, who was a good bloke,
He was a great bloke.
straight arrow. Babe Ruth was different.
Warney liked his
The big
female.
fella.
Of course he did, Brett.
Babe was the big fella.
But Shane,
What would you own?
Shane
So-
Warne was good.
Brilliant. He can. but those sort of people can be exonerated, though, Brett. It's
I
like
love the
Wayne
bloke.
Carey.
I love the bloke.
If I
I love him too.
had a baseball with Keith Mortimer on it, mate, that'd do me.
Who's she? Who's she play for?
He played for Woodville for 60 years.
A homegrown boy.
Still alive? Yeah, he's still going.
Woodville was in our Woodville.
Drummond
yeah,
Avenue.
yeah, our Woodville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could pitch fast, would he?
No, but he's been round the
Mortimer.
Australian baseball.
Is
for a
that
long
right?
time. He's a good bloke. Yeah, he was my first coach. So
Yeah, okay. All right. So that's the one baseball that you'd own.
if he signed my baseball, yeah, that'd.
He's a legend amongst SA, is he?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
He hasn't got anything named after him or anything like that. But a lot of the guys
Bit
that
like you,
have
Chris.
gone through the system have got, programs.
Yes.
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 Denoted to their names.
Yes.
But
He's the man.
I think he's the man to me. Yeah,
He's the man. Yeah.
Pretty honest.
He could hit.
Oh yeah. But he wasn't that.
So
big time.
What about yourself?
Who in SA's a great club? Yeah, what about yourself? Be
What about
modest.
yourself?
Be modest.
Are you
good
up there?
club.
Be,
Are you up there?
Go to the good. No.
No, not up there. Are you there with people in your industry of baseball? That ASHMAN, he was good in his day. He did things. He did things for people.
The trouble
he
was
played well.
he left the industry.
Too early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Pushed out or
Pussy.
had a cup full?
Pussy.
Hey?
Pussy.
Pussy.
What do you mean?
Pussy. I left.
Oh, did you?
What, you left because you'd had a guts full, or?
No, you chased it. You fucking, it's
Oh,
distraction.
pussy. Sorry, got you.
Well, you done all right.
Sorry, I was lost there.
She's not the ugliest girl in the world.
No, she's not.
That's fair enough. I'd
No,
sign that. You'd sign that any day.
Look, I've said plenty of times before.
How do you get that anyhow, Ash? Well, now that we're drunk, you're batting fucking way. Like, your average wouldn't have been anywhere near that.
No, I was a hot rooster when I was young. I was pretty.
He was.
ya?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went to their wedding.
Did you?
Yeah, we went to their
You have to
wedding.
show me photos, Brett, because I don't believe it.
Yeah. No, he's a good-looking rooster.
It's
in
funny
his day.
how we change your life.
Good-looking
Because she's a
rooster.
good-looking man. She is a good-looking woman.
Yeah, old ASHMAN, he was a
She's a
good-looking
good-looking
rooster.
woman.
He was
But
a good
no,
man.
it was good to come back. I come back at 39 to play again.
How long have you
and,
been married for, Nash?
married in 92, February the 22nd.
How can you fucking blokes be married for so long? Like,
I was
that would
November,
be-
I was November
how old were
91.
you then?
55.
No, how old were you then?
Oh,
When you got
92,
married.
92.
When you got married.
92.
68 born, so
20,
78,
24.
22.
24.
24.
90,
I
what'd you
was
say you
never
got
good at maths.
Stayed married all that time.
Yes, sir.
Well done, mate.
I was the same, though.
Don't know you were, Brett.
Yeah.
High sc- high-
you know what I
married in
call that?
90,
High school
92.
sweethearts.
You know what I call that?
What's that?
Fucking lazy. That's just lazy. I've seen some lazy.
That coffee's not bad.
That's
You
good,
want,
mate.
would
Give
you
it
like a
up.
drop?
Where'd you meet her, Ash?
High school.
School.
Of course. What school?
Banksia Park.
Thank you.
That's where all the champs come from.
Apparently so.
Not me.
Very multicultural.
You came from the Heights.
Where's she from? Oh, no, you were a Heights boy, Brett.
I was a Heights boy.
Cheryl?
Banksy Park with Ash and Mandy.
What?
Mandy and Shazza, they all grew up in the same
There we
area.
go.
They're all pro netballers.
Professional. Well, as in good.
Oh, they were good. They went to Sydney all the time.
Can't beat a good netballer.
I know one of yours. Yeah,
I know you can settle.
I won't go there. I'm not going there.
Settle down there, Tiger.
Long as Kate's not listening.
No, she won't give a fly.
Oh, no, Kate knows who it is anyway.
Mandy did an ACL,
I like a good
PCL.
ACL. I did an ACL. I had a
both
knee
horns
recon.
on the meniscus.
It's about me, mate. I did
what?
my ACL back in.
What's it called? The
Did she do-
meniscus.
Oh, she would have felt that.
The horns at the back of the meniscus there.
What's that? Yeah.
So, it looks like a horseshoe.
Were you with her when she done them?
I picked her up and took her
That's
to
sore,
the hospital.
eh? Poor girl. We're talking what?
I was game
90,
game
mid
nine,
90s.
game 9 of game 11 at the Masters.
What year?
She was 42,
She's still playing that stupid sport at that age.
so 42.
42's not too bad. You can get away with it.
She
42.
she
looks still.
she
like
didn't
can
go
play.
anywhere because she was too short.
Yeah, okay. Netball's a good game. I actually like netball.
She was
I
good.
played that.
She was a good
I played
gym.
indoor netball
She was good. She was.
with Cheryl. Cheryl, where's where's McCulloch? You're guilty. Where's McCulloch and Cheryl? Indoor netball. I sort of my first wife. She was a good netball, but grew up with the Bayers and Annie and Margie. That were good players. Your wife would know them. Well, Marty was a good player too, though. But it was full on.
She played netball all the way through. I used to take Monday
For
morning.
who?
Yeah, local mob. Who'd Mandy play netball for?
Aubrey?
No,
Banksy Park.
no.
Heavy Park.
It was a green logo, I reckon.
Oh, yes, I know the one.
But she had two sisters as well. They all played through as well. But
How did her knee recon go?
fucked.
Fucked. It
No,
fucked
I
her.
pulled all the sex away after she'd done her knee. I said, that's it.
You don't put it in her knee.
I didn't go near her knee after that.
It's a shame, isn't it?
No,
When
it's
a good
not a
soldier
shame. It
goes
was
on.
probably the best thing that could
You'd
have
had
happened.
kids. Obviously, kids would have been about 9
The
or
children.
10.
Yeah. And I said,
Then
look,
you got to do everything.
yeah, that was the worst bit, driving them around.
Cooking, cleaning.
I didn't cook. Mandy could get up. But,
Get up what?
Oh, that's a tasty pet. It's a good cup. I love Bundy. Do you like rum? Do you like your rum?
Is that Bundy?
No, I'll get nasty
That's
on
coffee.
rum.
Do you?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Do you?
I'd start
good,
a
good
fight.
mate of mine, Sam Good. It was a great experiment. Let's get Sam on the Bundys.
Did it get nasty?
Oh, horrible. As in arrestable.
Yeah.
The mild manner report. He was Clark Kent, and then he just turned into fucking Hitler.
I'd start a fucking fight with anyone.
Let's get on the Bundys then. Let's fucking see what happens.
It smells like dirty socks to me.
This
doesn't make me come, but it makes me nasty.
you be coming. Fucking 2-pack Shakiri.
How much is he going to cut from this?
I like this New York Yankees thing.
Yeah, it's a good top.
Yeah, where'd he get that from?
He would have made that, I reckon.
Bullshit.
Oh, no. Oh,
What, he's
actually,
got a sewing
no,
machine?
He would have got that when he was in the States.
Oh, what else can we go through here, Brett?
Oh, there's plenty here.
There's heaps there, eh?
Yeah.
Just have a look through
Plenty
those
of tie.
while he's out.
Plenty of tie.
Have a look.
Yeah, I know. Look at all the hats,
I know, what the fuck is that?
shirts,
It's like a double-ended.
cloud.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got a massive
Yeah,
saw at the
You
back
should
there.
see down the back in his
What?
little shed down the back.
Oh, we've got to go down there.
There's a man cave down the back.
Oh, we've got to go there.
The man cave has
Yeah.
got surfboards.
We gotta go there.
It's got a big it's like a banner. What's a banner of down there?
And
Ash?
Eric,
Where
we call
everyone-
him Eric's.
Eric's.
Yankees.
What was it? A Yankees?
Yankee Stadium.
Yankees.
Well, we gotta
And
go
when you
down there and have a look.
When you play darts and we do comp down there, you sign it. And like Jake signed it. I reckon Jake signed it. Liam
You
signed
need to
it. I've
sign
signed
it, the
you-
big fella.
You got to sign it,
big,
and
big.
it's huge. It's massive.
Brilliant. We got to go down there.
There's a bar down
He got
there.
a swimming pool out the back, hasn't he?
Yeah, you got a swimming
Does
pool.
Mandy ever swim naked out there? Do you ever?
We've got nude a few times there. Maybe
Fucking outstanding.
Monday mornings have been.
Brett and Cheryl do.
Monday.
I know.
Yeah, you got to get nude in your
They
pool,
do,
don't you?
mate. I can't believe you guys live so close to each other. And
You know, to fill your
The
frogs
filth that
floating in the
goes-
water, it's pretty good.
oh, settle, mate.
We do have peepholes. We got
Kids swim in that pool. Good
They
on you.
did.
Fucking hell. Only one tap away, eh, mate?
That's right, exactly.
The old Chezza would get in the pool for a few hours there.
Oh, yeah, about 8
Stop
hours,
it.
9 hours.
I can't wait for it to see you get away from the Yatley uniform, Brett, don't you? You were hanging it. I'll have a look at that.
And the cuffs.
And the baton.
And the baton.
That's a double.
Robbo, I'm going to bust your ass. Sorry, darling. I said, cook my ass. It's 65.
Ain't no thing laying on the bone, brother. What's on here, mate? Let's turn it on.
Ding, ding.
What about
There we go. Boom, 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 boom.
What
Give me a
about-
boom, boom, boom.
what
Come.
about World War II?
Ash, I'm not doing anything more. And you said, give me a boom, boom, boom.
we did say something about
No.
World War II.
I don't care about World War. Just give me a boom, boom, boom.
Bum, bum.
No, on the
On the Jimmy and the Jimmy.
I do that.
you did that before you started. You hit a button and went boom, boom, boom.
Little Jimmy.
Bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum. Give us one.
No,
No,
next
not the
one.
cricket.
Next one.
A good one. A good one.
Boom, boom, boom. The horns. You did it before. That's it. Hit it twice. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you.
That's the one. That's what we're
You know,
looking
we're gonna name this beast tonight, and I've sort of got 10 pins.
for. Ah, yeah, baby.
The jump and go. Does that get you in the mood or what?
Oh, big
Waka
time.
boom, waka boom, waka
Waka boom,
boom.
waka boom, waka boom, waka boom.
Get us a coffee, love, can you?
Bum, bada, bum, bada, dum.
Wick, 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 wick.
Wow, wow, wow.
Enough.
Is this one of the worst ones you've had, Ash? The old podcast? Is this one of the biggest
It's
ones you've
full of
had?
shit.
Is it full
I-
of
it's
shit?
just-
Is it what you're looking for? Is it?
Yeah, give us some feedback, mate.
Give us some feedback. We want a bit of feedback.
This is-
You've had some big ones over the years, though,
It
mate.
probably hasn't gone quite to script, has it?
You know what I can't wait to see?
We've thrown the script away.
We've talking about all your podcasts you've done, all your visitors you've had.
Yes.
I just I just want to wait till I see, and I'd like to be in here that night when you had the Gowans boys in here at some stage. I know it's been a lot of talk.
Come on, Chris
I
and
know
James, pull your fucking heads
Come on,
in
Chris
and
and
get here.
James. Yes, big follower of your boys, and
That'd be funny stuff.
with my football career and watching you guys, I just be great to see him come in. And
Chris,
have a
did you
chat.
hear that? You just got an invitation from Robbo.
Yes.
So, James, you're already in, bar churches Sunday, as you know, and
Yep.
Friday night is kids' footy. So
Yep.
we could probably do a Saturday matinee. We get the big Dix man here as well, and
Outside of footy season for old Robbo with his involvement with footy, you can't do Sundays.
absolutely.
And
So
probably the Gowans probably the same with the kids and, the boys and whatever else.
we might be looking about a November for that one.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
hey, boys, that might give you enough fucking time to organise it. I can't keep ringing you. There's too many guests trying to get onto this fucking
Get in. We'll go to
Milne
Wild
Road
Hot. It's lovely.
Studios. God, come on.
Yeah, no. They need to be in here.
But
You'd love it, boys. You'd
I think
love
we should call this 12 pins, or Rogan's got Saving the Parks.
Yes.
You know where they will get on and they get on the fucking
And talk crap.
yeah.
It's easy to do, isn't it?
Oh,
So
how
find
easy has it been? We've been in here 3 hours. That's just going to have to
Fuck.
fucking cut a bit of this.
find a name for this thing and we'll repeat it.
Yeah, fucking Three Stooges or
There you go. You've done it already.
fucking
Let's do
the
that.
Three Has-Beens.
Yeah, 3 has-beens.
But it is good fun. Like if you look at 90 minutes, cost me about 4 hours. I think we're about 2 hours 15.
Oh, easily. But,
2
hey,
hours 15,
but
yeah.
how quick's it gone?
What is the time?
Oh, fuck knows.
Whatever.
7?
We got plenty of time.
2.5 hours we've
Yours-
been on this.
This will go. This will go for 4 hours, I reckon.
I like that. I like who done here, Ash.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's some good bit of beating there, mate.
Do you-
Over checker plate.
Do you like that?
You've gone overkill here, though. That's a rubber checker plate. Oh, it's on some MDF. I like it.
Well,
Anyhow, what were we going to talk about?
What
You
was
said
next?
You
What
come
was
up
on
with
the
a good one,
list?
Brett.
What was
all
it?
these tables are from Holden's at the Lionsgate.
GMH. Give me a
These,
head.
these are all from GMH.
Give me a head,
Give me a
baby.
Radiohead.
The whole lot.
Like, just like you
You
did
gave me a head last night. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'll give you $5 if you can tell me the name of that band.
Radiohead.
Fuck. No.
What?
Radiohead.
Sure it was.
For who?
It wasn't Radiohead.
Give me head.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was sorry.
Dun, dun, keep thinking.
That one?
Thinking
Keep
music.
going,
Keep
keep
going. Dun, 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 dun. You got me screaming at
100 degrees.
Dun, dun,
Each
dun.
time I see you, like a weak in the knees.
You give me high enough to give me. What
Give
you
me
said. But best of I love you. They were Australian, you know.
Yeah, no, not Radiohead.
Not Radiohead.
Oh, go, give it to me.
Very. I have to look it up now because I've.
No, it's Radiohead.
Radiohead.
Fucking oath it is.
Radiohead are massive.
Yeah, no, it's Radiohead. Give me
You got
head.
me steaming and-
If I just punch in Google and go, give me head, it'll
Right.
probably come up with.
It won't come up with that. It'll come up with some very, very.
Here we go.
Radiators.
Oh, radiators. That was close.
I've got to go and empty my excuse.
Radiators, not Radiohead.
Keep talking, boys.
You right there? In the
Not really. It's a
COVID
food
19.
injection.
COVID 19. Oh, sorry, that was your fourth injection, isn't it?
My hot beef. What's going on here? Right, so when do I get my jumper?
Just put it on.
What's up next, Ash? With Dixie, what do you got in the list?
Dixie,
What do you got in the
we
list?
haven't even spoken about World War II yet.
No. Oh, yeah.
Like
What else you got on that list for Dixie?
Paranormal and
Yes.
and the love for movies.
Oh yeah, loves his movie. I'm telling you, I've never
John.
seen a bloke that's sitting in front of a TV and watch movies, world documentaries, what else? You just name anything to do with something that you're sitting on a lounge with a rug on you, watching the television.
Here we are.
The man loved it. He loves his nunnies. Nunnies to us, nunnies is having a good sleep during the day.
Like Mexicans do.
Yeah,
Do
having the
you,
nunnies.
do you have a sleep every day at 2 o'clock, or
Yeah, close.
When I
very
can,
close.
if the window's there.
Yeah, when
do
the
you
window's
do
there.
you still get horny? Like I've got to come.
Oh,
I've got to
don't go
come
down
3
that
or
road,
4
Ash.
times a week. I've got to get rid of it.
Don't, mate, because my wife will be listening.
She will be listening to this.
I don't want to cause trouble. Getting back to movies, right? You were saying.
Porn.
You were saying.
Is that porn?
No,
Oh,
I've watched
sorry,
that twice.
Yeah.
XNXX is a good one. Yeah. For all those listeners out there, it's got everything. Shit's over Pornhub, quick and easy, and it's got everything. Not as good as X Hamster because that one was
Is that free or is
illegal.
that, illegal?
Very illegal.
Okay.
They banned a lot of stuff on there,
You learned,
especially the animal stuff.
Learnt,
No, they banned a lot of stuff,
banned.
especially the
I
animal
thought
stuff.
You've learnt a lot of stuff from it.
Anyhow, I'm not allowed to bag Bunnings, but I won't ban X Hamster either. Getting back to good movies, though, I love a good movie, eh?
You
but
do.
And I love a good
Hey.
scary movie.
If you're saying who you think you are, you know when to go, you know when to learn, and you know when to pray.
That's
Oh,
Jehovah's.
you know this one, don't you? You know it.
Keep going, Ash.
Ah, that's a real stupid thing you've done, John. Die Hard.
Oh, John.
No,
You know the big black copper, and he said,
No, Chris is not a diehard.
Oh, I'm a die-hard fan.
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah, okay.
John, what was
here's
his
one for you.
name?
Here's one for you.
You don't know who I am.
I have a particular.
I have a particular
It's your set of
skills.
skills.
I will
hunt you down,
and I
will
will
kill
find
you.
you.
I'll
And
watch that
I
this
will
afternoon,
find
Brett.
you.
And I will kill you.
And I will kill you.
Liam Neeson. I'll watch that this afternoon.
Taken one.
Thank you.
Taken.
Thank you.
Did you watch that?
You
Sabo?
may not know me. I watched that at Savo. What are the odds of that?
It's a great movie.
I watched it at Savo.
What
If
about?
you're going to be a dad, you want to be Liam Neeson in that
Without doubt.
scenario.
Do you
without
walk
doubt.
around home thinking you are Liam Neeson a little bit,
Every now and then. It depends
darling?
on what's.
They've hooked me upside down. I'm bleeding through the nose. My blood sugar's a little bit low. I tell you what, I've heard a couple of explosions. They're about 3 minutes apart. Daddy, I'm coming to get you, darling. Okay, darling.
Oh,
Which movie?
taken 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Taken what?
I think
Taken which one?
Taken 3, I think it was.
What? Who
Taken
watches that?
3?
I've watched that once, maybe, at the most. And you remember it?
I've only watched the original.
I've only watched it.
Hey, what about this one? The chain in those handcuffs are high tensile still.
You're a big Taken fan. Fucking hell, we're out of our league here, Brett.
No.
Fucking oath we are.
If you're lucky, you can cut through your ankle in 5. You think I look really silly, don't you?
Saw.
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Right at the end. Mad Max 1.
Yeah, where he cuts
Right at
his
the
feet
end.
up.
How great.
You think
How
I look
good's that,
really
man?
silly, don't you?
How good's that movie?
Saw. Never seen it.
No, Mad Max
What?
1.
Oh,
when,
okay.
when it was chained to the car, the XB.
Oh,
I got one more for you.
All right.
Hey, Roger, you know they're gonna kill her, don't you? Hey, Riggs, are you as good as you see?
Fucking lethal weapon. Riggs, fucking.
Hey, what's a nice Irish girl
All
like
right.
you doing out here?
Your mate, Jimmy. Jimmy fucking Luffner. Your mate, Jimmy. I should report you to the RSPC fucking A.
It's an English movie.
No,
No, I reckon
Chopper.
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 Topper.
No, he's the best of the best. That's Topper. That's Topper Harley. He's out of Hot Shots.
Surely you're not going to give me that.
Surely you can't be serious.
Surely you
Stop
can't
it.
give me that ticket, that speeding ticket.
Don't call me that.
Hey, Roger, there were 8 out of 10 guys could have made that shot. Hey, Riggs, are you crazy? Are you as good as you're saying you are?
Good hell. My best hope are Paranormal Activity. They mess me up.
You watching that weekly? I watch it every night of the week.
Paranormal Activity, the movie, the horror.
The horror with Jodie.
No, the movie franchise.
Oh, the movie franchise. Sorry, okay, yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about Jodie Foster when
Yeah,
she...
Jodie Foster, yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
You'd have a go at her,
But he was
wouldn't you?
talking about, no, not going there.
Especially the ones where she gets...
She, you know,
Hannibal Lecter.
prepare for landing. Cross Jodie Foster has looked better
She's
with
not-
age.
No,
Like
I don't
Sigourney
agree.
Weaver. Sigourney Weaver
Oh,
looks
there, now you're talking.
Now, she's a hot ass for a 75.
J-Lo. Fucking hell. You've seen her in the latest one
I've
on
got to
Netflix?
come 4 or 5 times a week. I don't believe I need any more.
J-Lo. Something about
There's
that
a few
sort of-
there.
few there.
There's a lot.
There's a lot there.
There's a lot.
We won't go down that road.
We're not going down that road.
Robbo looks good down there in the dungeon, doesn't he?
I do.
Doesn't he? He's
I tell you,
comfortable.
he's fucking comfortable.
Fuck,
Hey,
no, he's probably just slightly warmer than I am.
Oh, yeah.
There's a hot
What's
water
that
bottle there.
surfboard all about, Ash?
The full tilt one. That's
Is
brother.
that a tri-fin thruster?
Yes, sir.
It is.
Yes, sir.
It better have 3 fins on it, because if you're fucking lying, mate, and I turn that around.
I would never ever lie to
Thank you. It is a tri-fin
tour
thruster.
guy.
Thank you. What? Have you ever stood
Do you
on
want me
it?
to turn it around?
Have you ever stood on it?
No,
It's not
that-
easy, eh?
Locke donated that one to me this year.
Thank you. What happened? So what are we doing next year, mate, with the alien stuff?
We've got Mr. Sonny Lurum. Hey y'all. He's been involved with paranormal. His wife now has had some, and if you go back through the podcast, you'll see
Right.
that he's been a player in this paranormal activity. So that is really something I'm really involved in big time.
Yeah.
So the other night I was out here, and after Scotty passed, we had a blackout here, and I said, Scotty, for fuck's sake, if we turn all the lights off, that green man there lights up. So we've gone bang, lights gone out.
Yeah.
And I said, for fuck's sake, Scotty, if you're fucking with the power, turn it back on.
No.
Power's come back on. All the hair on my neck stood up, the hair on everything stood up, and I thought, sheeskus.
Is that right?
So I still haven't packaged. This one's pretty real. This one's
Yeah, of course it is.
not even put to bed yet.
How long ago was it?
Just after Australia Day.
This year.
Yes, sir. So
Fresh, isn't it?
I had all his gear here. I'm sitting in Scotty's seat now. This is.
Can you understand it, Ash? Can you understand it?
Nope.
No.
No.
It affects a lot of people.
Sure does.
Affects a lot of people.
Sure does. And the more I talk,
How did you cope with it?
how did I cope with it? That's a good one in regards to whether I shut it out early. I did.
So you could cope.
I look after 40 builders in Adelaide.
Yeah.
I got a fair plate.
You got a fair plate.
I got 2 kids overseas. I got a wife that works night shift. I got a ginger cat that eyeballs me that it's fucking feed time, right? I got the best neighbour in the world, right? You know what I mean? And I'm sitting
Say
there.
no more. That's a brilliant
Some nights
answer.
Some nights out here,
You reflect.
I've killed a lot of time out here. I've killed a lot of time out here on my own, and
How was he close, mate? Like, how close was he? Because I only listened to him one podcast.
we'd have video meetings during the week. We'd have like to put a production
It's
on.
sad, isn't it? Is it a sad thing? Or is it what a waste?
It's a waste now that he's 6 months on. They've built a new factory over the top because he was working outdoors.
Right.
Now the factory's fucking built. He's not in the rain anymore on Saturdays.
Reckon that had something to do with it?
Yeah, of course it is. He's fucking working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's 60 hours a week.
There's obviously a trigger,
You
though.
become a
Right.
moron,
Right.
don't we? Don't we? Like as men, we work. We're hunters, right?
Okay.
Now, if all you're doing and that's all you can see for 6 months and you can't see past that,
Yeah.
then everything that's in front of that's just is just fill. It's just fill,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was working away that day, got back here at 6:05, sat down. G'day, Mandy. Phone rings. Beep, 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 beep. All the fucking phones going off, and I'm thinking, I've sat down for fucking 1 minute. I'm sitting on Mandy's floor with dirty boots. I remember it.
Yeah.
My brother was
You
there.
remember everything.
And I said, fucking, what's going on? They said, Pete rang up and said, Scotty's gone. And I said, fuck me, man. I've just got back from Wallaroo. I said to Manny and I said to Locke, I said, I'm just going outside. I need a minute. I can't even package any of this up. And he hanged himself on the Outback that he sold. Stratco Outback,
On a Stratco.
where he worked. He fucking hung himself on the fucking very thing he sold. The very fucking thing he
How long
unpacked.
have you? Because when I
A decade. A decade I knew him for.
You knew him for a decade.
He wasn't
Because when we
a-
listened to the podcast, we had no idea. Cameron and I had no idea. We were listening to it it was the first podcast that you guys did, and we were listening to it on the way back from Port Pirie.
It was so exciting.
And it was brilliant. It was fantastic. And then to find out later, well, Brett probably told me prior to that, but I really didn't take much notice. And then think, well, what happened to the podcast? And then Brett told us what happened. And I thought,
And it was funny because there was a
because he was so excited about it. He loved it.
Remember the two
I-
aliens in Argentina that were presented, and he said, "I've won my money. I've got the fucking aliens before you."
We
And I said, "How cool's that?"
It's a whole new beast, though, Ash, to have that in you, to have that problem, have that illness.
I
Because
have.
it is an illness.
It is an illness. I've had.
I can't understand it. Brett probably couldn't understand it.
What's that? Sorry.
And I hope
I'll
you
just-
don't, but you may. Not. But
I don't reckon I understand it. I've had
everyone's had a moment.
a couple of situations where I have heard people tell me stories about people that light themselves, dice themselves in petrol and light themselves up.
What?
And these people don't even scream. There's not even any pain. Now, what I wonder is if you get your chemistry wrong, right? Let's say
Yes.
you lick a frog and you
Yes,
fucking have
yes.
too much of that stuff and you have fucking 18 pints and
Yes.
then go to the Alberton Hotel and then you
Yes.
try to fucking put your brain on the planet. Is there a trigger point that overrides your consciousness? Now, just take that in for a minute.
Yeah.
Your consciousness now is what us three are connected from these things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the beauty of the podcast is you really connect. I'm connected to you and Robbo.
Yes. Yes.
Everything else is
Yes.
just peripheral sound,
Peripheral
like
sound.
planes
Yes,
and cars
absolutely.
and motorbikes
We're tuned in.
that makes for all the theatre. But we're all connected. Like, we're all connected right now, and we're all talking the same shit, and we're on the same planet. If you took the blood out of us now, we'd all be the same,
Yes.
right? I wonder whether there's a trigger point where you've made the choice to say, it's time
leave.
time to
Check out.
get out of here. And I wonder if there's a chemical change in your body that then doesn't stop you, because these people, this Sonny Loom that's with me, the bloke lit himself up out the front and he's trying to put him out. This guy doesn't want to be put out. He wants to die. He grabbed his belt. His belt's gone,
You're talking to Dalai Lama.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. In Vietnam.
Yes,
Yeah, I know
sir.
the bloke you mean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
He's
correct.
down in Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, no. I know the footage. I've seen it. And he didn't move. He sat there and took it.
It's nothing. There's no pain. There's no pain.
Yeah, he took it.
It's happened at fucking Salisbury.
Do you reckon that's the manifest or the...
I think
the
that's
script?
when your consciousness leaves your body. The body is just a vessel for, if you take your backbone and your brain out of your body.
What are the signs for that, though, Scotty? Ash? Like,
We missed it.
did he get... you
We missed it. No, I didn't. I rang
Do you
you.
reckon there's a point where you could say I could do something about it? Or do you think it's going to happen eventually anyhow?
I thought he'd come down the drive and shoot me with a Beretta.
Hey?
16 in the mag, 1 in the pipe. Fucking,
Why you?
because I was honest with him. I
Oh,
thought
you were honest with
I
him.
pushed back against him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because you seen the signs and you
You
called it out for what it is. You called him out?
There's stuff I can't
Oh no,
really
I
say.
understand. I
But
understand.
the,
Was it how close a mate was he? Like in that 10 years, you known him for a decade,
I saw him as much as I saw Mandy every week.
right?
Same as
Okay.
I saw
You knew
Robbo
him.
every week.
You knew him. You knew him.
Oh, fuck yeah. And like to do this production here, and
Did he have kids, wife?
had one son and a wife.
That probably would have cut the bone most when you told
Yeah,
him.
there was a few things that had happened prior to that as well, so which sort of you can package it up.
Do you think he was going to come down and take care of you because it was, fuck you, you know me,
Maybe.
and how dare you
But
call me out?
But I am hard. Like, I'm a hard guy in regards to.
He was a well-known bloke. From what Brett told me,
He was a professional person.
He was a well-tuned. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
He was still fit,
Ash.
mate. At 52, he was still pretty fit.
Yeah, switched on, fit. I don't understand.
And
What a
then
waste.
package it up. I've got all these America's helmets here. They're all here. They're all on the wall.
I know.
I'm ready for the
I
next
know.
production.
I know.
Like we're talking sort of February to kick off again,
To
and
kick off again. And it was in the early days, wasn't it?
then to package that up again, you've got to go again and go. Oh,
This could have been a lifelong thing for you and him.
sure. You know, at the end of the day, we've got Sonny Learn that's lined up now. That's going to come and be himself in the group, and we'll probably change his name a little bit and get into it.
He's
But
got a passion for it too.
he's got some good stories.
Has he?
Yeah,
That's
his
good.
wife has. God,
Brilliant. Really?
Yeah, lots of paranormal.
Really?
Little girls in hallways.
I've got some. Yeah, I've got some weird shit that Maddie's told me over the years at the Bridgewater Inn.
Really?
The
On
real,
Bridge Road.
real fucking. At
We
the
can bring it up
Bridgewater Inn.
now. We've got time.
Bridgewater in where?
Bridgewater Inn. At Bridgewater.
Oh,
Upper
Bridgewater.
Yeah,
not
the old
not the
police
Bridgeway,
morgue, mate.
Not the
The old
Bridgeway.
police. No, not the Bridgeway.
Yeah, yeah,
Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Not the Bridgeway.
Bridge-
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mill, not the
Brid-
mill that they were talking the Bridgeway.
Bridgewater is a scary
Yeah.
place.
Scary place, mate. And
Okay.
what Maddie's told me, it will fucking.
Bring it out.
It will.
Bring it out now.
It will.
As in Matty Gunn.
Maddie. What he's told me.
Afterlife?
After
Afterlife? Is it stored energy? What is it? Is it
It's
energy
just
that hasn't
well,
passed
it's
on?
a story. It's a back in that creek where Mum, couple of kids died. Mum was there, and she drowned the kids. And there's a lot of death in that because it used to be a morgue. The Bridgewater hotel used to be a morgue for the cops, and was a police morgue. And I still remember Tony going to the toilet one night and coming out from the toilet saying, "Who's the bloke?" It's just after they've locked up for the night, and said, "Who's the bloke in the toilets that I've been talking to for the last 5 minutes? Well, there's no one else in here but us, just the two of us. Well, I've been talking to a bloke that's still been stuck inside in the toilets. Well, that's old mate. He was a bit of a nasty bloke. This fella.
I think that's
And,
Callum.
Yeah, Callum. Terrible. But Maddie,
Listen to you.
Callum Peterson.
But Maddie had seen some shit go down with his wife and his newborn kid.
Is that nice?
Oh, that's tasty. That's a tasty beverage. What a tasty beverage. Oh, Mads, she was a baby back then. But Maddie's seen some shit fly across the room. Maddie was putting up with this every night, every time, because he lived above the hotel, in the top story of the hotel. So the alarms were constantly going off. And he'd be forever going down there. And he'd seen a woman standing there quite a few times going, oh, there she is again. And thinking nothing of it, apart from she's standing in the corner. She's telling me to go upstairs. I can tell you some other stuff, probably off air, that was pretty rank. That what happened to him, and then the final night was almost like the paranormal movies where they got to get the fuck out, and they did. They got the hell out of the place and never went back, never stepped foot back in the place with a young child.
Have you ever seen any of the Mind Seed stuff? You go and watch that on YouTube. If
Yeah.
you've got YouTube,
Mind seed.
put in Mind Seed and have a look at the one where they go into the barn. They walk through a barn and they go into the house, and the whole kitchen just goes crazy. And like, even if it's manufactured, Robbo,
Yes.
don't fall asleep yet.
I'm listening. I'm fucking listening to you two because you two
Right.
just love
Mine
this.
too.
And I just, yeah, anyway, you go. Yeah.
But to
look at that.
go and watch the Mind Seed stuff, because I reckon now he's skitsed himself that much that he can't do it anymore. And he's got a mate with him, and he's fit as hell, his mate. And they've just lost their shit, how spooky it is. But when I sit
I'd
there-
love to see stuff.
Oh, mate,
I don't know whether I would or wouldn't. Oh, Ash.
I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't know.
Ah, you'll be right.
I have a quick piss off, Jack Gibbs on.
I,
Piss off, Jack Gibbs on.
I would get scared. I reckon.
I reckon I'd get scared.
You know, I'm scared to do the Ouija board. I've never done.
Oh, same here. It's one road over. I can tell you some stories about Ouija board.
We got time
Matt's mum did one up at Karoonda in an old ruin
with the Ouija board.
with a Ouija board. And she walked away and said, kids, if you ever get involved in that stuff, don't ever do it.
Don't ever leave. You've
word.
got to close it down.
And you've got to close down. And one followed him. And that's
There you
and
go.
they reckon
Follow us.
that-
We'll
they
talk
reckon
about
it's the
that.
one
We'll talk about that.
Fuck him up. From Loxton.
Have a listen to you two. Just, I just sit back here, just listen to you. Like,
We are
you
the
gotta
body.
be in it, or you're either in it, or you're not in it. And I'm not saying I'm not in it, but you've got to. I don't know. It's a real
It's a fine line, Robbo, between
yes and no,
whether you
yes or no, believe it or not.
whether you think it's real or not.
Correct, exactly.
Is it?
I agree.
Is it
I agree.
energy
100%.
that hasn't moved on yet?
That's
We've
right.
got United Airlines 93 coming in. You'll hear
Prepare
it
for
come over
landing.
just in a
Cross-check
second.
doors.
Cross-check yours, just like the bunker. Put your seatbelts on.
Make sure your seats are up, standing.
Did you
please.
know that this bloke will only ever get on an airplane if he's got the exit seat?
Only ever.
Because he's got short legs.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Mr. Dix, are you happy to be sitting in aisle 332?
Now, in
exit
case of an
drive?
emergency,
and if you
and
need to, you have to push the door open and help everyone out, and you're
That's
the
a
last one to
Qantas.
leave.
What I say is what? So what do you mean is in help?
you don't jump out, you let everyone else jump
Yeah,
out,
right.
and you drown,
Dead right.
motherfucker.
We do.
She.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm driving in my car.
Dun, 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 dun.
I turn on the radio.
Dun, 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 dun.
I've lost my train of thought.
WSMV 143. Boom.
Boom, 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 boom. But when we kiss, ooh, fire. And there's the first goal to the Blues.
There we go.
Here we go.
It's all over, Brett.
Yeah, it's all
Come
right.
for
We've
the
done and
flag.
dusted. Have a look at it. Got the old footy in the background.
bullshit, mate.
Ashes in the beer
Lavatory.
fridge.
Beer fridge, yeah,
Grab
it
it,
is.
yeah,
That's a
beer.
good fridge. I can't
It's a
remember.
very good fridge.
A lot of fucking.
It just needs like a little ice exit. Yeah, like push your cup in there and the ice falls out.
Oh.
That's what he needs.
Silicon. Yeah, look, the one day the fridge machine broke down. Look,
Where's you, Ash?
all it asked, the second one in at the top right.
Jeez, you had a couple
He
of
knows.
girls there.
Top right.
Top right.
That
Top
guy.
right. Second one in from the left.
There he is.
No,
On the
that's him.
left.
That's him. That's him there.
There he is.
Fuck you.
He's that big.
It was,
Yeah,
a
we're
fuck,
not overly bad.
it was a fucking big unit.
What year was that?
Central Districts.
1943.
2013. 1940. Back to World War II.
And when we kiss. Sorry.
We should get on to World War II. Well, then maybe next time.
What about Pearl Harbor? Have you been there? Robbo's
Never.
been there. Loved it?
Never.
I haven't been to Pearl Harbor.
I saw it in that movie.
Didn't you go there?
No, Billy has. Hasn't he, Billy?
Never been.
Billy's been there. Yeah, they got a Royal
Good
Air
fishing.
Force F8, F111 from Australia. So as soon as you walk in the hangar,
That's got to be the greatest
there's
aeroplane
an
ever.
F111 sitting there.
The pig. The pig, they called it.
She laid,
What an aeroplane.
She laid
that was
her
a
arms
big
back.
fucking bomber.
That's a big plane. That's a big
That's
heavy
a
plane.
big, heavy plane. I remember back in the early days of the Australian Grand Prix back in Adelaide, the F111 when it used to go over with the pig. And that's the boat that, yeah.
Permission for a flyby.
Hey!
Show me the money, Jerry. Show me the money.
What an aeroplane.
Big plane.
Massive. Strike
Ooh,
bomber.
Big speed, yeah.
Big speed. Twin.
You
massive
remember
engine.
going out to Kickabush Road here and watching
Yes, I do,
the Edinburgh shows out
Brilliant.
there?
I watched the last air show. That was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Good.
Fantastic.
Good man.
Loved it. Loved it. Love my aeroplanes. I love mode. didn't see any fucking UFOs, which I was fucked off about. That
I love the defence services. Every Anzac Day we have a show back here, and it's
but at the end of the day,
it's
Ash,
terrific,
It's fucking my money. So why shouldn't I see a good show?
sure,
I'm paying for it.
and it's fantastic when you see them.
It's fantastic.
If you go to America, you watch them crash.
But a good air show, Newcastle, the Eastern States see them all the time. We get starved on them here. We don't see nowhere near.
You've got
as many as we should.
what's the one down near Geelong there? What's that airport called?
Avalon.
They put
Avalon. Who sang that? Brian Ferry.
Yeah, Brian Ferry.
Thank you.
come on,
Let's get together.
My hometown
I tell you, this has to be one of the long podcasts I've ever
in
been.
65.
Tension was running high back in my hometown.
Robbo, sing the one when he takes it down to the water.
Oh, hang on. Which one was that one? There's so many of them.
When I don't know, wasn't he going to?
The river.
Oh,
The river. It goes about nine
down the
minutes.
river. Yeah. Go. Yeah. It's a bit like old Telegraph Road.
Telegraph Road.
Down
Telegraph Road. About
Dum,
28.5 hours for Telegraph
down the
Road.
Telegraph. I saw those guys live. I've
Dire
seen some great
Straits?
bands.
Oh,
I've seen some great bands live.
1988 at Adelaide Oval, I reckon.
Correct, Brett.
Yeah.
No, I was at the end centre.
No, not Adelaide Oval.
2000 and-
Footy Park.
I was from
Footy
the end
Park.
centre.
Footy Park.
Saw you too at the footy park.
Yeah. But
Hey,
Yeah,
this
that-
is Bono.
Did you know a kid dies every 12
2
seconds? So there's a clap. Well, stop clapping.
I'm going to Belfast this year. Did you know that?
Great town.
Going to Belfast.
Ireland.
Yeah.
let's go.
What are you going to rep? Oh, as a Protestant or a fucking...
I'm going to rock up as an Englishman.
That's the way. As an English soldier, they love the English. Ireland's a good place. I've been to Ireland. I wanted to go to Ireland so I could experience a proper island pub with
Yes.
just shitty furniture, just a floating floor,
There's no food here.
and singing Paddy, my fucking
And a
potato
pie-
grower,
and a pie
or whatever,
floater.
and drinking Guinness, and we did exactly that, and it was outstanding. We went to Cork, we went to Dublin, and Dublin's a nice, beautiful town, full of history and cobblestone streets and rugby, and then we went to Cork. Cork was magnificent. You're going to do it, are you, Ash?
This year.
Why?
We
Have
got
you
a
got it booked?
6-weeker. Yeah.
Oh,
6
you've already booked it.
Do you,
Where are you going?
you're not going to believe this, but I've got a live podcast in Liverpool
No, you haven't. With who?
with my old mate,
Jimmy Lufton.
Jimmy.
Your mate, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Who are you going with?
With Jimmy. Jimmy in Liverpool.
Bullshit.
Robbo,
Yes.
grab me that book, the one at the back.
Right at the back.
So
Right at the back.
we're at this Irish pub, right?
Right at the back.
That was built in the 1200s. 1200s.
That
Try and get your head around 1200s. We can't get out. We're in an English pub in London. 1200, fucking built in 1200. So we went down where the hobbits live.
Nah,
Kate night.
too long ago.
Too long ago.
1200.
1200s. Well, fucking really?
How old were you then?
I was back in Nagasaki. I was. It was crazy talk. But we're back. We're down this. Anyhow,
That's a lot.
we started drinking.
lot of sun-ups
Next
and-
minute, I'm drinking Russell Brand's dad. Russell Brand.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know. Well, you can now.
Does he look like Russell?
Nothing like him because he was about 80, and he was a good bloke.
Skinny.
But he went out with what's the singer that killed herself?
Yeah.
She had a great voice, soul voice. 27. You know the one.
Laura.
Yeah, that's no, not Janis
I
Joplin.
thought it was Janet.
Not Janis. The other one. They had a soul voice.
It's a soul man.
A soul. Da-da-do, da-da-do.
We've played a lot of music tonight. And it's all ours. We haven't had to bring it in. It's all
Amy Winehouse.
Oh, Amy Winehouse.
Anal Winehouse. Anal Winehouse.
Man, God.
What book you got there, Ash?
La Vida Liverpool.
Thank you. Am I going to have to read the whole fucking lot now?
I think so.
Okay. Is it in English or Irish?
I think it's in English.
What am I doing with this book?
So that's where the podcast with Justin Hopper is.
Who's Justin Hopper?
Now, I met him in Whistler in Canada.
What happens in Whistler?
Man, what
Is it a crazy town?
crazy town. It's the fucking best town on earth.
Is that right?
It's like Lauter.
Melting pot.
It's like Lauterbrunnen. Did you go to Switzerland?
No, I want to go to Switzerland. Have you been to Switzerland?
No.
All right.
And I'm not going to get there this trip, and
I want to go to Switzerland.
and I'm flying over it.
Well, everyone flies over Switzerland.
Get Robbo to go to Lauterbrunnen as well, because
Brett and I have had this discussion with the girls. We want to go to Switzerland.
Robbo, grab some red tints.
We want to go to Switzerland.
Yeah,
Brett,
we do.
We want to go to
do.
Switzerland.
We want to go to
You've
Switzerland.
got
I
to-
also want to see where Hitler had his place in Austria. I want to stand. I want to stand on top of that balcony. The great man.
I want you to spit on the earth.
That he stood on. He's a prick. Wasn't he? If there's ever a prick, it's got to be Adolf.
How many times did they try to kill him, though? He got through it.
You know, he got a
18,
bomb.
19
Nine
times.
He had a bomb put right beside him. And the only reason he didn't die is
Was a
because
bit
one
of
of his
timber
generals was a little bit of timber.
Put it
You've
on
watched the
wrong
Netflix.
side. Yeah.
How fucking good's that?
Yeah, love it.
What a fucking prick. What an absolute fucking prick of a person. That's history. That
Bad man.
Bad
Very
man.
bad man.
human beings disappoint me, Ash.
I think there's too many people
We're
that
the only
think they're
race that
above.
kills himself.
Well,
Suicides.
Look at Bono. You brought up Bono before.
Yes.
How well has he represented
Humanity.
humanity?
But a lot of people have Bob Geldof.
Sir
He's a
Bob.
great. Sir Bob.
Yeah, well, Sir Bob was Sir Bob is a
Only
champion.
because they've got money.
Look, money to
Goes
me,
a long way.
money to me takes the stress out of
work?
making poor choices. That's all it's about. Like, if you've got enough money to be 75% healthy, 75% family, and 75% whatever,
Yes.
you'll get on in life.
Yes.
You'll get on. You'll get on, no worries. But not everybody's at that level.
Correct.
You know, the
Correct.
majority of the people are below
Who
that
do you think's a
threshold.
great humanitarian?
My hotel. Look, if you look at Bruce's story, his first 4 albums were duds. He never made any money,
Yeah.
No.
and he kept going. And he still says today, after 4 hours of singing, I'm still the strongest man. And we know that, Bruce.
Are you like Brett?
no, let's be-
Brett's a Bruce junkie, and I love that because he's probably introduced me more to Bruce than anyone. Would he be your favourite? I know. Would he be yours, Brett?
He'd be up there.
He'd be up there.
He'd be up there. He'd be up there. But not for the sake of what he sings about. It's just his lyrics that not
Yes.
his
Yes.
politics or what he believes in.
The
Just-
emotion he brings
yeah,
out.
the
in you.
emotion he brings out into you. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I.
You know, if you look at In Excess in Wembley in 1992,
Massive.
if
Massive,
you
Ash.
could say any band in the world was bigger than that, I would say
At that time.
that was at that time for sure. Because if
Oasis would have been there.
Oasis and the Beatles are side by side, In Excess
I
would
love
be
In
3,
Excess. I love In
Oasis
Excess.
would be 2, and the Beatles would be 1. That would be it.
Yeah, that's it.
And you look at all the Pommy boys, like the still going on. What's his name? Fucking He's
Who's that meant to be?
a fucking...
Oh, Robbie Williams.
No, not him. He's about 10. But look at the old boys singing still.
Led Zepp.
The Pommy guys.
Pommy guys.
Oh, Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones. Like, you know, they're still... They must still get hard-ons at 90.
It was ridiculous, eh? What a different world.
He
I
probably
agree,
wants
does.
to sprog like me 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah,
He's
but-
got to get rid of it, you
Yeah,
know.
but
Like,
Viagra is always good for you.
Going back to that Netflix defo, we're going to fucking just go fuck it right back in.
we're still going into like 3 hours
All right,
now.
if you
We're
could
going to
have-
go
if you could
5
have-
hours tonight,
If you
I
could
reckon.
have 5 people at your table, or even 3 at your table.
Robbie Williams.
No, I'm talking fucking of all time.
I'd have
Bob
Robbie there.
Lazar, like, of all time.
I'd have Joe Rogan there.
Yes,
He'd be there.
yes, understandably.
I would have... ask Robbo the same so I can think about the other blokes I'd have there. Look,
I'd have Benjamin Ferencz, who was the prosecutor, a tiny man, of the Nuremberg trial. Great humanitarian. He's the one that set up the crimes against humanity and set up
Gary Nolan.
Gary Newman,
Gary Nolan, he's a scientist.
a scientist.
I've got a pen. Is there a
Gary
pen over
Nolan. Gary Nolan.
there? Gary Nolan.
Really?
He's in with the UFOs too.
Not
Fair
Karen.
enough.
Gary Nolan.
Not Karen Nolan.
No, he's got
Joe Rogan. Joe.
Joe.
Joe. Good on Joe.
Joe Rogan. We got Gary Nolan.
Not the Nolan brothers.
Not
the Nolan sisters.
The Nolan sisters.
I used to love the Nolan sisters.
Same. You'd eat their asshole.
They would have had Big Bush.
You
You
were
were,
like 99.
all that girls would have had big
balloons.
bushes.
How good's that stuff?
Give me another one. When to drink all this shit.
Get rid of it. Jesus.
Brett.
I've got a fucking.
No.
Sorry, I'm
you know,
all right.
the
Yeah, I'll have a bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Robbo,
That's a
grab
good
a
bottle,
red can.
mate.
Fucking hell.
I can't believe the bottle. It's like it's been sprayed. It's just almost porcelain-like.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
It's probably been tempered.
You even look a bit like Joe. Jesus, that's gone.
That's probably the best bottle I've ever bought.
The best bottle we've ever
I love
had.
this age.
I love the jumping
I want to
coat.
put my dick in that if I could fit in there.
I had my dick in that car.
You would have had your cock out there.
Got jammed in the window.
COVID third rash. Who? Don't say Jesus Christ.
Look, Kelly Slater would be there. The surfer.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
I've got 5, mate. I'll open
Now-
what's going on here?
Is that still warm?
What's this for?
That was to heat the floor up
Are you serious?
because it's so cold. Is that warm or is it
I was
cold?
fucking cold as an un's pussy.
Yeah, can go outside now.
Of course I could.
Kelly Slater.
You love your surfing.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the big surfers, mate? At Nazareth.
Yeah, that's the
I'd
biggest.
love to go to. I'd love to go to.
That's the
Portugal.
Arctic Ocean. That's
I'd
the,
love to go to Portugal and see Nazareth.
my daughter's been to Portugal twice.
Been there? Nazareth?
She's been around the world twice.
What do you mean? How old's your daughter?
She left here when she was 17 and she's
Get fucked.
now 27, I think.
No way.
And she's been gone for a decade.
Doing what?
She worked in New York. She worked in Connecticut. She used to ring me up and say, Dad, I'm in Central Park. And I'd choke up a bit. You know, I'd get a bit toey. And I say, who are you with? She said, oh, I'm my own dad. And I'm thinking, far out, how do I deal with this?
That's a tough gig.
The first time, well, she's been gone for a decade. So you imagine the early years when she was in New York as a 19, 20-year-old.
Way.
And she was catching the train to Connecticut, which is an hour's north from New York on the way to Boston. And like Connecticut's a good place. That's where the millionaires end up.
Right.
And she was staying in a very good place, But in the end, she was driving in New York. She stands this tall.
She's short.
Short ass like Mandy. Yeah, just short. But she always thought she would end up with a guy from England. And
How old is she now?
27, I think.
Has she got a bloke?
Yeah, Andy.
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 From England.
Good day, Andy. How are you,
Andy.
mate?
Is he Andy or Andy?
Andy.
Pom's got a great sense of humour.
He's fucking fabulous. They come out.
Pom's got a good sense.
They come out for a wedding.
He's a good Pom.
He is a fucking Aussie. He eats Vegemite.
So where's he from? What part of England?
Cornwall.
Right.
But living in London.
Will they get married, you reckon?
Hope so.
Right. How long have they been together for?
Just over a year.
Right.
So they're in their second year.
So she's gone. What does she do?
She's working at a school at the moment as a TA sort of thing.
Assistant.
Yeah, which is fucking crap.
Good on her for fucking taking
But
the balls.
she's grunted it.
And she's been gone that long.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's in the last bit.
Yeah.
But she's only got a 2-year visa. So
What's her aspirations? What's her goals?
I suppose to have children with Andy.
Okay.
Where? Over there.
Okay.
So it just means Manny and I got to go over there more
Right.
often. But see, I'm 55 now. I'm 56 in August.
Yeah, same.
And I've had a fucking guts full of, this to me is everything. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
We've all done our hard work.
Yeah, fucking
We've all done our curtains. We've all done our fucking
correct.
third floor stuff.
Correct.
We're now old men. We're not the young men that we used to be.
Without a doubt.
So to me,
We're going to have 10 or 15 left. Possibly 20 or 30.
20.
At the bet. Oh, probably 20, Brett.
20.
Probably 20.
20.
More than likely
20,
20.
25.
Yeah,
that's
look.
max.
Yeah,
I
but
think
so.
if you keep blowing 3, 4, 5 times a week, you probably get there
Yeah.
to the longer ones.
Yeah.
And a bit of
What about the lad?
extra virgin olive oil, maybe. And your coffee.
What about a lad?
Reese.
Reese. Go big Reese. Big fucking Reese.
He's
Where are you?
He's a good looking.
Is he? He's a good looking rooster, is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
He looks a bit like John Holmes.
John Holmes wasn't overly good looking. He had a big cock.
He hasn't got a big
moustache.
cock.
Has
And
he
a
got
big
big
moustache.
No, he
And a
hasn't.
big moustache.
Johnny Holmes.
Yeah, the big moustache.
He wasn't a bad looking bloke. Well, where's he at then? Well, beauty.
On your Reese boy.
He's up on the Sunshine Coast. So,
So the daughter's 27.
Same as Jack. Maybe 6 months older or
Same age.
six,
Same age.
roughly the
Same age.
Sunshine Coast. I'd be rooting up there.
He's like me. He's got to get 4 or 5 out a week.
It's like
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
Still.
I still got to get rid of it.
Oh, same.
Your horn bag.
Still gotta get rid of it.
Horrible, mate. I don't know what the answer is, Ash.
Listen to you, T.
I don't know what the answer is. I wish to fucking calm down, but it's not. It's probably getting more aggressive.
I can't calm down at all.
I can't either. What is it? If there was an opposite
It's
to
almost like
Viagra,
I've lost my teeth. That's how bad it
I'm
is.
glad there's someone like you out there, mate.
If I didn't have UFOs, mate, I'd be in big trouble.
I'm glad. Fucking.
Even the high vibes going on here.
If I didn't have UFOs, there'd be some fucking UFO fucked out of the sky, I tell you.
I'm fucking 18 again.
You are. You've always been 18.
I have, haven't I?
You've always been 18.
Hey, boys, we are now officially the longest podcast ever done at the Milne Road Studios. We've just clocked the 3:02 minute mark.
How many? 382.
3:02.
Here we go.
Yeah, baby. Here we go.
Bit of a celebration to get that long.
Yahoo!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah. Australia, get back to your son. Who's mummy's favourite? Wait for it.
They are favourites.
What's mummy's favourite? A daughter.
No, well, you've
I
got
know.
to go
a
that
tough
way.
call.
You've
You
got to
gotta-
go that way. You got to go that way. We talk dick, they talk flange.
Flange. It's fucking different.
But it is
It's
different.
a
and,
different fucking.
like,
It's a
Do you know
different
what?
planet, isn't it?
I've been sitting here
It's
for
a
3
different planet.
hours. I've just been sitting here for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I've just been listening to you two. I'm just
You too.
I'm an invite.
I'm
and I
Bono.
just-
I've thrown a
And
bomb.
Brett, you've gone.
I'm just sitting here, you know what? I've watched almost a quarter of footy and listening to you two, and it's just, I don't know, it's just gone.
Crazy talk.
It's crazy talk. I can see why it's gone for 3 hours.
We've got another hour in us.
I think we'll clock the 4 hour.
So
That'll cost me 16 hours. Like Bono. Bono will say, fucking hell, why did you go so long? I know Ash likes
I'm gonna do a quick shout out though
Ash likes to come 6 times
Yeah,
a
what's the
week.
quick?
to the boys at work
Yes.
because they're listening.
You're at
And
complete
my
nine.
boys at work. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kate's boys at work.
Do they
Kate's,
know that they know you're on
and my
tonight?
beautiful wife.
They know
who-
you're on tonight?
They're on. They don't know, and they're going to listen tonight.
Yeah, good on them.
And
Good
they're
on 'em.
they're
Good
good
people.
lads. They're
Good
good lads.
people, good
They
people.
work hard.
Yes.
They go hard. They
Yes.
play hard.
Yes.
But they're
Company people.
company people
No,
only
no,
because
that's not the
only
right
because they
word,
work
but-
for Kate.
Yeah. But yeah.
Good boys,
Yeah, they're
and,
good.
and my boys as well. We haven't even talked about my boys yet.
No, you have not talked about Cam and
Mitchell.
Mitch.
Yeah, I like to keep my private life private.
Yeah, no, you do.
Anyhow, the
usually.
first day
Usually.
Mitchell came home from school, he no. Shit.
with his Viagra script.
They're beautiful,
You're
good
the
boys.
jump.
A big shout out
On
to
your
the boys, at work. Ollie, Calvin,
But your boys, they got
Gil,
to give
Mitch,
a shout out. You got to give a shout out to
and
your
all the
boys.
and the boys, Mitchell and Cal,
Yeah. I
and
did
Ca-
mine.
and
I did
Cameron.
mine. I did mine with
Big,
Ash
yeah, did
a
you?
few months ago.
Did you?
and,
I can do that.
gave a shout out to my boys
To
and
Mitch, Cameron,
yeah, mate, you're
very
your
proud.
boys.
Very proud.
And
I
so you
don't
should
tell
be.
them. I do,
So you
I
should
do
be.
not tell them nowhere near enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
tell
do.
them every day how much I love them,
Yeah, of course you do.
and
In certain ways.
I
in
think
certain ways.
That's
I
right.
do
I
believe.
don't.
You don't actually sit there and you say, "I love you, Mitch," but
Correct.
they know in certain ways that you.
That's
yeah,
why we live the way we live, Brett.
correct.
Because they're beautiful.
We're all the
kids.
same.
We're all the same.
We're all the
mate.
same. We don't like. What's the word I'm meant to use here? Like, you know,
Spruik.
yeah, spruik your kids, but you do love the way they. You
you know one
you've
thing?
hopefully
Pride-
taught in the right way.
Correct.
and-
Pride is something that
Pride.
Yeah.
Well,
Pride's
that's
a-
another thing. That's
pride's
rainbows.
pride's a crazy word, isn't it?
yeah,
And we don't give accolades to our kids
Nah.
enough.
nah. Especially when they're brought up the right way.
Dead right, Brett. But they've also brought themselves up that way.
Yeah, that's right. They could have turned the corner, but they haven't. They've done the right thing and lived
So,
life how we've
right.
told them to try and do the right
Richard-
thing.
Trying to.
Richard
they've sorted it.
Branson said,
Yes.
"Make life so good that people don't want to leave.
Leave life.
Don't leave where you're working. Like
Don't leave life though.
as a leader. Okay,
Mates.
Richard Branson, he gets on there as well. Right, Richard, I've got 4.
Did you like? Oh, there we go. That's a good call.
There you go, Rich. I love you, man.
But
To the
is
scars. He's one of the best guys in the world that I know.
all right.
Now, we've got 5.
That's a good call.
We got
That's a
5.
good call,
We
Ash.
got 5 each.
That's a good call.
I've got 4 done.
That's a good call.
Now I've got one more bloke. So just to reiterate, I've got Joe Rogan, Gary Nolan, Kelly Slater, Richard Branson. Whew. This 5th one will take me a little while. So I want you boys to also look at your top 5 guys that have an influence on your life.
Oh, here we go. Are you going to, were you writing a list down here?
Sure are.
Are you going to bring them up?
Yeah, it's coming to you next.
Top 5.
Top 5.
That's a fair few.
Yeah, that's a fair few.
Robbo, I've
so we're
just
doing
got-
a top 5 in what?
The best people on earth
On
as,
Earth.
as an influence to you.
Okay. That's a,
I've just got to get rid of some goat, mate.
no.
And we do the best 5 we want to fuck.
Best 5.
Look at a few nuggets coming our way too, I hear. There's a bit of a KFC coming our way. Someone said, would you like me to get a bit of KFC when we're done? I said, no rush.
20
I
for
said,
20.
I said, no rush. No nuggets, mate. They're gone. KFC. Nuggets are being canned
Shit.
because of the fucking, what is it? The
Mate,
bird flu. The
bullshit.
bird flu.
Is that right, Brett?
Yeah, Victorian South
As of
Australia.
when?
Yeah, about
Overnight?
about a week ago. Old Reevesy, he loves his KFC.
You keep talking, mate.
Yeah, just pass me that list over and I'll have a little bit of a look. Have you put your top 5 down?
I've got 2.
So I need to just keep going on my little list. You got 2. You got 2. What was it? What were we meant to do? What was it? Chris,
5 people you want to fucking have at your dinner table.
5 people.
Who's on your bus, man? That's what you want to know.
Who's on your bus?
Who's on your bus? Kylie Minogue's in there as well. somewhere.
Kylie Minogue. So what was it? What was
That's
it?
the fifth
The
one.
top 5 that you want to have.
Can you put Kylie Minogue on my...
Top 5 what?
Just put Ash up the top.
You've got
Kylie Minogue.
You got Joel, Nolan, Slater, Branson. Who do you want?
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, Kylie. I'll just go Minogue.
Minogue.
All right,
and then
okay.
just put on there as the bus driver.
As
She's driving the bus.
Ford Asterisk as bus
Yeah.
driver. Okay.
60.
Dixie's only got fucking 2. Mate, I could do anything here. I could go Yep. How many was it we were going to put on there? 5?
5 each.
All right, I'll go. What about? Can you do you? Can you do myself?
You can do... yeah. You can put Big Robbo on there for sure.
What was that top 5 on your dinner table list?
Who's
Is that
on
right?
your bus?
I'll go.
Who's on your bus?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I can do.
Who's on the bus? Who's on the bus?
Who's on my bus? So who's sitting on the bus with me? All right, there. I reckon I'd have to go. That one, and one more. That doesn't have to be anyone specifically.
G'day, my name's Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin.
I'm here to sing a song for you. Tonight, I don't take any acid. No, I don't.
Okay, there, and I didn't even know the 5th person. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll do it. I'll get.
Chris, you've got no one on your bus.
I've got 2.
He's got about 2 on
You've
his
got
bus.
no females on your bus.
I've got,
you're
two,
just
I got
thinking,
1.
who?
Charlize Theron.
Janis Joplin.
No. Fuck her. Right.
That was A.
Ashley Mitchell.
Dennis Pagan. Pagan.
Tell
it's meant to
people
be.
you fucking know.
Be good to have Ash Mitchell on the bus.
I did.
I'd have Einstein.
How good's that?
I'd have Einstein. Only because he was a great humanitarian. And he
Did he ever go? Did he ever go at being real?
of course he did. He's seen it all. He's seen everything. He saw everything.
He did.
I think he was a genius.
So he's on your bus?
Yeah, Albert, without a doubt. Ben Franks,
G'day, Albert.
Benjamin Franks, who was an old man.
Was
He was
there?
the chief prosecutor at Nuremberg.
What about Tom Hanks in the first Saving Private Ryan? Is he on
Shaving Private Ryan.
there? Someone's got.
I reckon he
Someone's.
was better in The one where he got caught on the island.
Wilson! Wilson!
Wilson, that's one. He was better in that.
Wilson!
I don't know. Yeah. Sports people. There's a lot, hey. You almost need a day to think. You almost
I
need
knew it
24
is.
hours to
This
think.
is just a spur of the moment.
The spur of the moment. Sports people.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
that's how it is.
Yep.
Who was your top 5 there, Ash, man?
Have you got who's got the...
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, just let me reiterate, he's a fairly good influencer.
Without a doubt, Ash.
And he's one of those guys that's that fucking fair to talk to as many as
agree.
he can.
I agree.
Gary Nolan, was that the second one?
Gary Nolan.
Gary
I've got to listen to Gary Nolan.
Nolan's sister's brother?
Gary Nolan has a lot of patents with health, with different types of things that help humanitarians.
Vaccines and what
yeah,
have you.
yeah. I won't go into it. Third one,
Kelly.
Kelly Slater, 11 times
Would you have
world
him as
champion.
sportsman? Yeah. It takes a certain person, doesn't it?
11 times world champion, and he's only 4
And
years.
he's with nature. He's only 52 or something.
He's only 3 years younger than us, and he's still fucking surfing. Like,
And he's still surfing. That
Still
takes
surfing.
a lot. That takes a lot, doesn't it?
yeah, we got 6 packs under 6 packs. You know,
Correct.
Over 6
Fourth
days,
one?
not
Sir
under.
Richard.
Sir Richard Branson, make the world so good that people don't want to leave.
That says it all.
Doesn't it? As a boss, you create an environment. This is going back to business now, and I'm going to talk. Business is very high on my world. If you create an environment where people want to be, people are happy to rock up. Hey, people are still going to take days off with medical and everything else, but the majority of the time, if you've got a fucking virus, I don't want you at work, you're going to fucking shut down my business. I don't want you there. At the end of the day, business is business. I am a businessman. I want to make money. I want to be accountable for making money for me to say yes rather than no based on income. I want to have that freedom to say yes.
Yeah.
So, as Richard Branson says, make it the environment that good that people don't want to leave. That is a leader. That's
All right. Here's one more.
fucking hell. And then
Is he on your top list too? Is he now?
and then the sexy bird on the end's driving the bus. What was her name? Kylie.
Kylie Minogue.
Was that?
Done well.
was
Yeah,
that the
Kylie, you
last-
got Kylie Minogue and Ash.
She's driving the bus. She's a hottie. She's
beautiful.
she's about 3 months older than me, which
That's a good Australian, mate.
she's a good Australian.
She's
girl.
a good Australian.
What's mine?
She's you know what? You know who else I put in there, Ash?
You
For a great
tell me.
for a world humanitarian.
yes.
And I don't think you can get any better than this because the day he dies,
Oh.
the world loses one of their most important people.
Oh,
is
no.
Richard Attenborough.
Yes.
He's done a lot for the environment, hasn't he?
Without a doubt. There's not another person like him.
Let's take a bit of time out.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum,
Well done, Richie.
Where is it?
Richie.
Where's the
Richard
music?
Attenborough.
Where's the music?
I'd say
There he is. It's
Einstein
coming.
and Eminem.
Rich,
Womp, womp.
rich,
Bum,
Rich.
bum, bum.
Chickaboo, chickaboo.
environment,
Wah, wah, wah,
environment.
As the tiger approaches, he spotters that hyena, and there is a dislike between the packs. And the lion comes in for the kill, and he grabs him by that throat, and he just throws him around, and the hyena pack cannot do anything about it because the lion is so strong.
Here we go.
How's the laugh of the hyena?
Sorry.
God, thank God it's Tuesday night. We've got the rest of the week to get through.
It was Robbo's top 5.
All right. Chris Dix, do you want me to read it?
Go, Dixie.
Ashley Mitchell.
Yeah,
why
it's
is
a
it
top
Mitchell?
5. It's a top 5. It's a top 5.
Yeah.
So it can be anyone. Doesn't mean to me it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be anywhere
Shazza.
from
Shazza.
5. Yeah. Yourself. Who else do I have in there? Ash Mitchell. Who else do I have in there? David Parkin.
David Parkin, great
David
coach.
Parkin. Who else? That's the one bloke I would just love to meet.
Do you want to talk
He would
about
be good, wouldn't he?
David Parkin?
Mate, I tell you, he's just...
Robbo, tell me
just life
what
in
is...
general. He is...
He won one flag though, Brett.
Yeah, but it's just his nous. It's just
Yeah, I
his,
agree.
about
Yeah, I
life
agree.
in general. How
Strange looking
how he
cat.
approached football, how he approached life, how he approached his players.
Yeah.
It's just something about him. It's just if there's one bloke that someone says, "Who do you want to go and listen to in your life?" or
David
talk,
Parkin.
it would be David Parkin.
DP.
Hey, you could have fucking Donald Trump, but
You're fake news.
the now it's about life. Like obviously Dixie, Mitch. Who else? Who else is there?
J Mash.
Justin Machotta, who's the A-grade coach.
Did he impress you?
It's not just because it's football. It's just
Was he impressive?
yeah. It's now it's about life.
Leader.
Is
Leader.
he good? Was he?
Leader.
Just with his business, just a small business he runs. He
Hey,
just,
my name's Bono and
Well,
I'm
what
from
about
Dublin.
C Dix then?
Dixie, just his life experience, where he's
is
been,
what?
what he's done, how he's done it. He does fuck all now.
He done fuck off for a long time.
He cooks dinner for
We haven't
three
got
But I
over
would
people.
that
say the
yet.
same about you though, Brett.
But he cooks 3 meals and he cooks a vegan meal. So he's got
that's
he's got to cook
respect.
too. Yeah,
That's respect.
exactly. And someone knows where I'm coming from when I say that. But just life in general, just where everyone's been and what they've done. Doesn't have to be someone that's
Doesn't have to be someone
a
important.
world-known person. It can
Correct.
be anyone. You
Correct.
just that's the way I look at it. Like,
Yeah.
well, you two know what I'm like. Those sort of things don't bother me. Just
Yes.
Thanks, Robbo.
I'm pretty easy going.
Yeah.
It's just
There we go.
how it is in life in general, mate. How we roll. So there was one person there, Dixie, Mitch, David Parkin,
Ashley Mitchell.
Ashley
What
Mitch,
about
and
Ashley
Shezza. I put Shezza in there.
I brought
Shezza.
Shezza up.
I don't mean that. I'm just not putting that in there. for
Shezza
the
is
sake of
the
it.
lady in the
takes-
pool.
She's the most important. Like as in constant. She's.
Yeah.
What is it about Shezza though? Brett?
What that we see
That you
I
see,
see or
that
I
you
see?
see.
Just
Robbo, she's a split tail. She's beautiful.
yeah, but that's how I see it. Like
Yes.
as in she.
I don't reckon.
I'm trying to
I'm
find.
the
I
same.
don't
I'm
reckon he's
trying
come
to
for a while.
find
He
the
needs to
right
get rid of
word.
it.
I'm trying to
I
find.
know.
I Shezza won't
I know.
listen. Shezza won't listen to this. So don't. But it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
just I don't know. She's just not just makes you a better person. And over all those years, like sometimes I go, oh fuck 'em. I'll be better off just fucking going off and doing what I want to do. But then you sit back and you're thinking in life in general, you just
She's
go,
part of who you are.
yeah, she's part of who you are. Like,
Robbo,
we've fucking
you'd-
been together since we were
you
fucking
would hear-
16.
But Ash, you be the same.
You
Yeah.
would hear Richard Branson saying, "Robbo, don't leave.
That's right.
This is
Yeah.
a beautiful place."
Yeah,
Exactly.
What fucking? There's nothing. That's what gets me with a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
why fucking
Exactly
bother?
right.
Why bother you?
Why
you're
not
married.
call out the people that have
What's,
moulded you?
what's the word when you get married? You go till what's it called?
Your nuptials.
Death till we part.
That's it, Ash. Till death. Till it's so true. Like
Good on for
no
you.
one
for
ever.
you too.
there's
You've
no
only
one
ever
that-
done it. You've
but
only
you're-
ever done it once.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I've
you're-
only done it
You've only
once.
ever done it
Don't,
once.
don't go there with you.
I'm
You're,
a flamingo.
Would you?
You're a bit
have
the
you
same
ever-
though,
have
Chris.
Have you ever?
you're a bit the same.
Oh, if I'd married Kate 10 years before I married her,
Yeah, but that
it
doesn't
would have
matter.
been the same.
Yeah,
It
it's
would have
still,
been.
it's still the
it would
same
have been
now,
the same,
though.
because I've met someone a kindred spirit.
Yeah, but you're still the
Just
same now. You're still
someone
the
on
same
the
now.
same page.
That's right. How long have you been married for?
It's tough. It's fucking never easy. It's easy to go the other
That's
way.
what it's called.
It's always easy to go the other way.
It is, but that's what it's called, love. And what did you say, Ash? What was that word?
What did I say?
I can't fucking remember what you said.
Yes,
Love till death to us part.
death to
or-
us part.
Yeah, in love. No, what is it? In sickness and in
to us,
health
mate.
or whatever it's called. Yeah, like you just go like, fuck,
That fucking
mate. It's not
vodka,
that
mate.
fucking hard.
Oh,
Like,
to get that
surely,
blood group.
Do
It can't be that
Do you
hard.
want some
bro.
more?
it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. But
Every fucking person goes through it. You just go,
everyone
like,
goes through it. Someone can't
Some
handle
people
it.
just take the accept of, oh fuck, it's easy to get out.
You
Okay.
know what? You know what? Lust is a strange thing too. Though.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Let's.
If you get an opportunity,
You wouldn't do it though. No,
I
you
wouldn't do it.
No, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it,
I
bro.
know you. I know you well
I
enough.
know you wouldn't.
not do
I'll
it.
be too scared to.
Exactly.
Let's go back to Richard Branson.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Let's make it that good you don't want to leave. Now, if you make that the same in marriage,
You know how he started? He started.
make it the
he
best.
started. Where's your fucking lid for that
The
thing?
whole fucking bottle's gone.
I'm fucking not happy until I find the lid for that thing.
Ash, I'm gonna
I like that
message. I'm gonna
texture.
message Kato now and say, Kato, your
But,
fucking
but going
coffee
back
and
to
vodka's
Richard, though,
gone.
Richard, he's got a smile of it. But the way he started and his whole
he
his
had
whole
no
model,
money. He had no money. He was nothing. He was a zero guy.
Yeah, no, I
No,
agree
but,
with
and he
you.
started out with a tiny little record store. And I've still got
Virgin.
I've still got record labels, tiny little Virgin. It was either CC Records, Virgin Records, and that's how I bought my and that's all we owned.
And we're now coming back into playing records again, aren't we?
And now we're coming back.
Do you know what gets me
I'm
though?
throwing
You know
away-
what gets me? You know what gets me? Hey, you know what gets me? Is he means fuck all to me
Yes,
than probably you two do.
yes,
If you know what I mean.
correct.
Like, yes,
He's out of the
he's
spotlight.
he's where he is and what he is, but you guys probably mean, or not probably, you would mean more to me than what he does. That's why when you go, who's your top five? I don't go, my top five is fucking
Very
Donald
true,
Trump
Brett. Very
or
true.
fucking
Very
Richard
true.
Branson.
Very
My top
true.
five is people I know.
I'd have to put Kate in there then.
You'd have to.
I would have to.
No, you know what I mean. I don't mean it that way. Where you have to put Kate in there.
But I would have
I
to.
just go.
But I would have to.
People that revolve around me.
Yes.
Is probably people that mean more to me than what fucking a Donald Trump or a fucking Richard Branson does.
Correct. Spot on.
Chris,
Spot on.
do you think that, like, I think this medium
And
that,
I love Carlton too. That's on the television. He
this medium that we're doing tonight
fucking going to be about fucking 10 hours. Anyway, go on.
is awesome though, isn't it? It's a connection. It's almost like a
It's nice to get people on the same
Wavelength.
wave.
Well,
We ain't even had it for years.
it's almost like
Smoking on a durry.
it's freelance. Once you put
Freelance.
these things on,
Correct.
it's
That's great.
It
Love
just
it.
sort of
Correct.
takes you everywhere.
Love
'cause
it.
I'm only
We've been sitting here for fucking 4 hours.
We can start talking about other shit.
Oh, we could, but we won't go there.
But there don't have to be another 4 hours. But you're right, Ash.
So I think we make this a repeat thing.
Part two. Part two.
No, I just think you make it a repeat thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
what
yeah,
you've got to find is whether you're going to call it the jumping goat.
The jumping goat is what it's called.
What a great podcast. Jumping goat.
We've got to find something in common
That's a tasty beverage, mate.
Oh, it is, isn't it? The
Oh,
old goat.
God.
that's the best thing I've ever spent on my life. Like that.
And he bought that about 3 weeks ago. You've just
No, I
polished the
bought
whole
it tonight
bottle
on
off.
the way back.
We're gonna easily made it the Rusty Barrel. We haven't even gone there.
The rusty
Won't be,
Wait till we try that.
won't be as nice as that.
But I hate
How
it,
hot's that-
mate.
how
I love
hot's
it.
that
I love
car?
it. I love it, Ash.
Is this
Love
whole
it,
lot
love
going to go on the podcast tomorrow? The whole fucking interview? It is.
Oh, 4 hours. I don't even.
Fuck. That's
that's-
going to take you forever. You're going to be drinking another carton before you
Might
get
be
that
next
on it.
Tuesday
If you
before it
fucking
comes
had
out.
that sitting in the driveway, mate, I'd be a lot more appreciative of tonight.
There's
It's been good.
I rock up and I get out there and thought, I got the keys to the
Lube
HQ
up.
and there's no car out there.
and you wake up.
And Mandy says, I remember years ago when you used to come like fucking 6 meters, you know. Like,
Stop it. What's this for? Just in case.
in case there's a fire.
Brilliant. Have you had Paul or Tonks out here?
No, well,
Oh, you got to get him out here.
Tonks is in Greece.
Is he?
Billy's fairly regimental, so I try not to get Billy here because it's, it's a. He will get here one day. He owns all the fucking merch.
Excuse me. Fucking hell. Is that Billy stuff?
That's all Billy stuff. That's all donated.
From Billy?
Yeah.
I can get you some stuff.
There's so much stuff gets donated.
I've got to get you some stuff. My shit's just.
Yeah.
I've got to get
Please donate whatever.
1980. I got to get 1986 commemorative medallion. Formula One. I'll get you some Formula One stuff.
Just remember in the next
Otherwise, just sitting
in the next decade we'll outgrow this thing, and I'll have a pro show somewhere, and we'll be living in a 2-man tent somewhere. You know what I mean? But
Brilliant. No, you've done well, Ash.
the beauty of having you guys here is to experience something that isn't $1 million. It's built up from the ground, and to see the joy from your face and Robbo's face again is just terrific.
He's a good man, this bloke here.
He's very passionate. He does wear his heart
He's a
on
good
his
man.
sleeve.
He wears his heart on his sleeve. I met that bloke, probably, Brett, how old are we? Probably 13, 14 years ago. And my idea of Brett was completely different back then.
What's that? What have I done?
Of you. I thought he was the man. Like he thought. It's back in Tea Tree Gully days.
I'm not the man anymore.
He does like to come a lot, though.
Hang on, we got another shot and goal.
I love him a lot.
Here we
love
go.
him a lot.
Here we go. Come on, the Blues.
Be
I
very
just got the
important.
footy on in the background
Fuck
here.
you, Brett.
Hey, boys, it's 3.5 hours. I'm going to wind this podcast up tonight. Chris Dix.
We didn't even get to touch.
No.
We didn't get touch on anything.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it
Yeah,
again.
we'll do part 2.
You don't know how much 3.5 hours cost me.
Tomorrow.
Really?
Cost you tomorrow.
I'm still going to be here on Sunday morning doing it.
No editing. I don't want any editing at all, all right?
Brett Robbo, what a fucking champion. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Ash.
No, it was
Thanks
the Dix
very
man
much,
tonight, not me.
It was
just-
a
I
good
was
fun,
just
mate. It was good
visit.
fun.
I'm
We can talk about this shit all
We're going to do
weekend.
it again, and we might call this the bowling alley, I reckon.
The bowling alley.
This is what I
Oh,
reckon.
here we go.
I reckon this is what we're going to call the next one is the bowling alley. And it's Mr. Chris Dix and Brett Robinson and Ash White. And
Good job, Ash, man. Good job, Ash.
we're going to do this from now on. So we're going to finish the way we started. God bless. Love
God
you guys.
bless.
It's
All right,
been
buddy.
fantastic.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
baby.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shit.
Much appreciated, Ash, man.
Yo.
Good job.
Go
Go Milne Road Studios. Love Milne Road Studios. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Come on, Big Robbo, number 2.
Chaka-whoa, chaka-whoa, chaka-whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That would be a 4-hour podcast,
Good night, people.
God bless.